And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Welcome to Dawn Trail Weekend, which I'm not going to be doing Dawn Trail plot, but Pictomancer and Viper are out, so I'm going to be checking those out today. I have turned off several parts of the in-game chat so that people can't spoil me just talking about it in general, say. So you'll have to do like the free company chat or whatever if you want to talk to me in in-game chat. But you know, it's always better to talk to me in Twitch chat. And let me bring the stream crew on. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going, everybody?
It's going good.
I'm really wishing they hadn't done all the precautions for the login stuff, because it is making things worse for me and Ott. We're trying to do the MSQ together, and they have blocked data center travel to Chaos, where I am, and Light, where Ott is, and instead only allowing data center travel to Shadow, the new data center with no players that they created for Overflow.
Oh.
As a result, that's the only place Ott and I can play together. Problem is, because the login queues are not actually a problem at all, no one's going onto those servers, so we can't get parties. We are a tank and a healer, and we were stuck waiting for the first dungeon for half an hour. We had to manually go around asking friends to transfer over to the data center so that we could actually pop the queue.
Oh, that's why you showed the queue problems. That's pretty funny, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like oh no, they have overcompensated, and it has made the problem exist at all.
When I logged in, I only had like a 24-person queue.
Yeah.
They must have gotten a ton more servers. That or Dawn Trail got nobody.
I think it's mostly that like this expansion just isn't as big as Endwalker.
Yeah, fair enough.
Endwalker was coming off of the most popular expansion and was also the culmination of the story from A Realm Reborn onward. So everybody was playing Endwalker on opening weekend.
Fuck, 79? Come on.
And to be fair, like the entirety of Endwalker, they have basically been preparing for this anyway. They have added new realms, they've added new data centers, they added the entire Oceanic data center. Basically, they over-prepared.
Yeah.
I don't think like we're any less popular than Endwalker was, really, because it's just Endwalker literally was.
They had no idea what was going to happen to them. Yeah.
Yeah, they had no idea that they were going to have unprecedented in the history of online gaming growth.
They made an X-Pack that was too good, and then...
Bob brings up an important question as long as you are in the Golden Saucer. Do you want glasses? Because the new items in the Golden Saucer are glasses.
Not particularly. I think I like Loreweaver's glasses-less look.
Yeah, because if you open up your character menu, you'll see that there's a new tab at the very bottom.
That's fun. Is that purely cosmetic, or is it a new gear slot?
Purely both. Both. It's purely cosmetic, and it's treated like a new gear slot.
Once you have eyeglasses registered, they don't take up like space in your armory chest or anything. You can just select which glasses you want and which color you want.
Yep. The bad news is that you gotta go find those. I have a ton of glasses in my inventory already, and I can't convert them into the face wear tab because that's a separate item. If you had any glasses as fashion accessories, those can be converted into face wear. You could do that at the Calamity Salvagers in the major cities. But, you just said you don't want to do that, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's a cool feature. I should probably start collecting glasses, but I like the look. that she has.
It is a cool feature. I do like glasses, so this is great for me because like I definitely have looked at my glam and said I can either wear glasses or I can wear any other hat, and I can't have both, and it pisses me off. And now I can have both. So
nice.
Yeah, poor out though. The specific pair of glasses she uses are not currently available as faceware.
Oof.
Yeah. And also, like, you're a Vieira, so you can't wear hats anyway. So.
Yeah, true.
Also,
it's even more of a non-issue. Besides the fact that it doesn't, the thing doesn't interest you at all.
Also, rather amusingly, like there's this one pair that just absolutely fits my blue mage mask. I'll have to share a screenshot at some point, but it basically gives me jagged, angry eyes on my already angry-looking mask.
All right, enough talking about our experiences with Dawn Trail. Let's let Laura actually play the game.
So the first thing I spot when I actually look at my hotbar is that Sharpcast is gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you open up the actions and traits menu, you can review what you've got left and what might be new. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, it's like all of the jobs have had some minor tweaks.
I know they
I'm really happy with the changes that have been made to Dark Knight, actually. But that's
one thing I do know is Thundercloud has gone in a way because the way
oh no,
the way Thunder works now is you get a powerful proc of it when you swap between fire and ice.
Can only be cast while you're under the effect of Thunderhead, granted when creating Astral Fire or Umbral Ice from an unaspected state or changing between their influences. Oh, you can only cast Thunder as part of your fire and ice rotation now?
It's when you swap between them, basically.
I guess that makes sense. It's
it's like hot and cold meeting creates a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
I kind of like that thematically. I'm not gonna lie.
Huh.
It kind of means that, like, rather than a thundercloud being an RNG thing, every use of thunder is effectively thundercloud. In a way that because you're consuming a buff to use it.
Huh. Ethereal manipulation appears to be new. That's self-rescue.
No, God, you fucking blind mother. Oh, God damn it.
You are kidding, right? You are kidding, please.
That's a very silence for that's a very loud silence for what Dan was asking of you. Okay.
There's a thing that Ott mentioned to me the other day that I wanted to mention. Let's see, it was hot bath settings, I think. Right.
Oh, okay. Between the Lines is genuinely new.
No, it's not.
No!
I thought you guys said there was a leyline thing.
No, yes.
Leyline thing. You've had Between the Lines for like 20 levels. We've told you to use it. We keep complaining that you don't use it.
I have never heard you guys complain about me not using that skill.
Yes, you have.
Oh God.
Right, Law, if you go into your character configurations, hot bath settings, and go into cross, there's like there's a double cross hot bath settings at the bottom. It might open things up for you a bit.
Okay,
basically,
sorry, say that again.
Okay, character configuration, hot bath settings on the left, cross at the top, and then scroll down to the bottom. There's a double crossbar. If you set that to always display, it'll add two extra little cross hotbar effects. where you can access them by double tapping your triggers as well. It might give you more options and make it a little easier for you to keep track of things.
All right, double tapping the trigger, and it's not accessing it.
That's fun though. It seems like 2 of them are kind of fixed, so you could put your most common skills on the fixed ones and then swap between your less common.
Yeah, I'll definitely use it if I can get it to work.
Workshopping in the future.
Let me just plug a controller in and see what.
Yeah. So the fun. I have not gone through all of my jobs because I have all of them. So it would take like 3 hours. I've not gone through my jobs to see what all has changed. The funniest change I've noticed already, though, is that with Dark Knight, they deleted my gap closer and replaced it with a different gap closer.
Weird.
Yeah, like I had to go into my Dark Knight menu. It's the old gap closer was called lunge and was just like you do like a big, Emperor Palpatine leap forward, basically. And it was kind of a lame gap closer. And then they replaced it with something called, I think it's called like Shadow Step or something, where you just turn into a shadow and blur forward. It looks really cool.
Huh.
But the fact that I had to manually go in and switch it out is just so funny for me. It's just it's the same. I mean, technically it works.
Should be replaced.
I think, but just replace the ability. You replace the ability. Why do I have to replace it on my bar? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Go back into that menu and change the cross at the top to custom. There should be enable.
Yeah, Ot is just reinforcing why it says that they basically cleaned up the off cooldown abilities for Dark Knight and Gunbreaker because both of those jobs infamously have like, it's like they're the 2 arthritis speedrun tanks where their burst phase is pressing every button on keyboard at the same time, and they've cleaned them up a little bit so they're not so.
The custom tab at the top.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, there should be enable double cross hotbar.
Oh, simultaneous L2 and R2 double tap. Okay.
Yeah, it's display with left double tap.
Okay.
Right
Now I read a little further. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, those will be the stuff that you put onto the hotbar 8. So that's how you'll be able to customize those.
Sweet. All right, let's rearrange my my hotbar 8 a little, I guess.
Yeah.
It'll probably help to do this in front of a target dummy, so you can see how mess around with Dark Knight to see Dark Knight Black Mage to see how it feels with this new option.
Okay, and I will turn back to.
My favorite job upgrade was that they finally gave White Mage a button that makes them jump forward.
Nice.
And already within like a couple days of the expansion, I have accidentally used it to jump off a cliff.
Hooray!
Yeah, Pictomancer also has like a jet forward button, and you do it by like surfing on a wave of paint. I love it. It's a very cute animation. Yeah.
What do I want to put on hotbar 8?
Yeah. Also, we thought while we were waiting for you to join us, we thought, given that servers are working fine, we're all able to get in, we are all in right now, we could continue some of the MSQ if you like.
Maybe. Let's get through Pictomancer and Viper first before we decide.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to take a while. Especially since you're also messing with even more hot action bars. The first half of this stream, at least, is mostly going to be you fucking with action bars.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Day 1 of an expansion.
Yeah, you might want to just pick up one job at a time, since that's what you were saying you wanted to do when you picked up Reaper as well.
Yeah. Although, like, both jobs are very good. I've been having a lot of fun with both of them. I leveled Pictomancer up to 90 already, and just because that was the one that I picked. And Viper is fun. It's like, to me, Viper feels this reference is going to go over Lore's head, but to me it feels kind of like a weird cross between Samurai and Dancer.
Okay. For me, I find it.
A little bit of Monk thrown in there too.
Yeah, for me, I find the combos remind me of the mudras for ninja, the follow-up stuff, the follow-up attacks after you've done your 1, 2, 3 combos, feels like Reaper, and the way that you want to get various combos to get buffs feels like Samurai. So it really does feel like a smorgasbord of the other jobs.
Cool.
Almost as if it has all of them on the palette.
But that would be Pictomancer. But that said, at the same time, oh my god, at level 50 it is emaciated. Me not did a quick MSQ roulette. Got ultimate weapon, and I was like, okay, what abilities do I have? I have my 1, 2, 3 combo and my other 1, 2, 3 combo.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
Literally nothing else. It's yeah. That was something that was when I first started playing with Viper. That was something I was worried about, and then going into MSQ roulette confirmed that fear. Is that like Viper is like the combos are woven into each other so thoroughly. I had no idea how it was going to play level synced down. And sure enough, it is just kind of a nothing job below level 80.
Everybody's saying Teddy's too quiet.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's because Teddy hasn't been speaking.
I'm just chilling. Here, I'll give you a little bit of a idle speech to help you adjust my volume if need be.
I can't adjust individual people's volumes, unfortunately.
Can you not?
Can't you right-click on Discord and change it? Are you just using Discord as your sound source for us? Because
I'm using my desktop as the sound source for you guys.
yeah, you could right-click my name on Discord.
So do it in Discord.
Yeah, manually Discord.
There is a user volume here. Let me turn that up.
Yeah.
I've literally never right-clicked on a name in voice chat.
You've also never used between the lines in a serial manipulation.
I'm putting them on my hotbar.
The thing that really bothers me about the White Mage update is that we still have free cure in the same exact state that it's been. Why?
Yeah.
It's not useful after level like 55. If that.
So instead of learning Viper, we are going to be learning Black Mage today. After 2.5 years of playing this game. Actually, no. We are in fact remarkably close to the 2-year anniversary of this stream, aren't we?
Yeah, we just had it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how have you liked the game so far, Laura? Are you glad that we all coerced you into playing?
I think it's okay. It's pretty good, yeah.
I think it's okay, he says, making part of his stream channel identity a picture of his the era.
I mean, 14 is just the OC making machines, so.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty attached to Loreweaver and her cadre of darkness friends. Okay.
Including her poor, tortured sense of direction. Neglected so much it had to manifest outside of her.
Okay, let's see. I think that's good hotbars for now.
You should actually like use it to see if you think it's good, because like messing with a hotbar, I cannot mess with a hotbar without hitting a target dummy.
Oh, okay. So yeah, when you swap to fire or ice. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, like
hang on. I need to process something.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let Umbrella Ice drop so I can try something real quick. All right, so fire off fire. Thundercloud. Why did it give me a free, like a swift cast? Oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. It was because I had triple cast up. All right, so triple cast is a press it whenever I can button, right?
Yeah. Yeah, more or less.
You're being very high tier content, yes, more or less.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh wow, I think Leylines is bigger now. Yeah, Leylines is definitely bigger now.
Oh yeah.
It's much bigger. Holy shit, that's like twice the diameter.
Nice.
Oh right, triple cast will enable you to cast while moving. Oh, that's sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's a little unintuitive, but due to the fact that ley lines also affect your recast time, triple cast and ley lines do actually synergize together to make you even faster.
Yeah.
Oh, so ley lines will speed up the animation of my instant cast?
Yes.
Well, it's specifically your recast time, but yeah, you've got about the
okay.
Yeah,
time
so
until you can cast again.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, the animation, that's a way to see it. Sorry to split hairs.
Mm-hmm.
No, you clarify.
Yeah. And that's, in general, yeah, you want to stack all of your buffs on top of each other because they're multiplicative.
Unless they're buffs that reduce incoming damage, and then that's
Just
that works very.
Just like, because like that's just the nature of buffs. It's like you do a thing that adds things up, and then you do another thing that adds things up, and then you do a thing that multiplies, and all of a sudden you're doing no damage during your burst phase.
And if everyone else is doing it at the same time, buffs that affect the whole party, it gets ridiculous.
Yes, which is something that Pictomancer gets. Pictomancer, by the way, basically get their own version of ley lines.
Oh. Another class for me to have to learn that on.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of easy because with Pictomancer, the ley lines come with the party buff.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, like they get. Yeah, like Pictomancer gets a 2-minute buff that just does 5% damage to the whole. That adds 5% damage to the whole party, and then level 81. And then level 81, the button does that, and also drops some ley lines to buff up your own damage even more.
Nice.
You know that XKCD comic about like how if you take increases in weird ways, you can get stupid results?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just imagining like there are twice as many ley lines in this game now compared to last year. By 2050, every job will have ley lines, including the crafters and gatherers.
I need to...
Yeah, the 2-minute buff has the long. Odd is correct. The 2-minute buff that Pictomancer gets has the longest description ever because it gives you a group buff, ley lines, and a bunch of procs to increase your damage in 3 different ways. That doesn't seem to be like the theme of the class changes. This expansion is consolidated stuff. Because that was another change that I was very happy with Dark Knight, is they consolidated a bunch of their buttons. So like, instead of having You know, it's like they had one button that increases their mana and one button that lets them use their combo finisher a bunch of times in a row. And both of those buttons were replaced with a single button that does both of those things at the same time. And so you have fewer buttons to push, but you're doing the same thing.
Oh, that's the point of Umbral Soul. You get an Umbral Heart. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, Blizzard 4 restores all your MP immediately. Why do you need Umbral Soul? But I forgot about the Umbral Heart proc.
Yeah. There's also the fact that you can use it outside of combat to keep your Enochian going.
Yeah.
Ah.
And you'll like if you're between groups of enemies and you can't attack anything, just keep spamming that.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll try to work that in.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about this a week or two ago, where like you were just not using Umbral Hearts at all, and just using the Ice Face to get your mana back, and we were like, no, there are buffs that you're missing out on.
Yeah.
I've been trying to work in Xenoglossy and Foul since then. This does mean cutscenes are anathema to Black Mage slightly. Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, cutscenes are always a problem.
Cutscenes are the opposite of a problem. What are you talking about?
That's one of the things that made me certain that you would at least kind of like this game, is I know you love good setting, and I know you love everything in the world being explained to you without any concept.
Also,
I like lore, and I like stories.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that you liked love.
Minda, the irony, by the way, of when we're talking about the double die channels is my jacket only has one die channel, but Lore's code has two.
Yeah, I noticed that when the game went live. I was like, oh, that's... why?
Sadly, my new outfit that I've been using doesn't have two die channels yet. Even though the stupid retainer default outfit
I was excited because my jacket comes from the same place as your jacket, so I was really excited to possibly dye it, and no, it is stuck the way that it is. Oh well.
Yeah.
Where is the other color? Is it the belts?
No, it's the for you. It's the black under jacket.
Ah, cool. Well, I'm not changing that.
Yeah, you can if just for fun, you should open up the dye window and mess around with it just to see what the potential is.
Yeah, like, does it dye the accoutrements on the outfit?
Oh, yeah, it does have 2 pluses.
Have a look to see, like, what gets dyed, because then you might be able to get an idea of what kind of accent you might actually want.
Wow, that HUD went off the side of the screen. Lovely.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can... Nope. God damn it.
I don't know how to move the HUD around with a controller.
I'm using the touchpad, and I'm trying to move it over the top where it gives me a hand.
I don't think it's actually off screen. I think it's on the edge, very edge of the screen.
Well, still, this is a good thing to try to figure out.
Yeah.
You could just plug a mouse in.
The PS5 will accept a mouse, not just a keyboard?
It's a USB. I've been telling you for 2 goddamn years. It's the fucking thing.
Okay, I know for a fact you've never mentioned mouse. You've only ever told me to plug in a keyboard.
Okay. It's the same. It's a USB connection. All consoles are just PCs these days. We've known this for a decade. You can plug a PC into a 360.
I would say, actually, the Switch is an Amazon Kindle, but it's technically...
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Okay, I just have to double tap, and then I don't hold it down, and I can move it. Cool.
Oh, okay. That's how that works. But yeah, and you can see there's a second die window there, and you can mess around with that.
There's limited colors for... No, wait.
No?
There's... it just reset it to the leftmost. Okay, cool.
Oh, it dyes the inside of the jacket.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting it to like dye the fur trim.
I was expecting.
Yeah,
it
the
to,
fur
like,
trim would have been cool. Now people are going to demand a third dye slot.
Well, given that a lot of people is like, okay, some of these second dye slots are really tiny little details and not what we were hoping for. Probably.
They might. They might
take Guild Wars and say they get up to 4 on some of their armor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I remember right, like everybody's like, oh, so like the snow outfit. But at the moment you can color the jacket. I bet when we get the second dye channel, we'll be able to dye that striped blue shirt that he has underneath. No,
Nope.
Apparently you can dye like the aglet at the end of a tassel.
Yep. All right.
Weird choices.
All right. So are you happy with your Black Mage thingamabob?
Well, I now have 8 extra buttons that I can access without having to press R1. So
That's helpful.
yeah, I technically have 16, but to wipe out all the extra red buttons for menus and stuff, I just doubled my face button things over to the D-pad on R2 and L2.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you should go through like a round or two of your Black Mage rotation to like see how the new layout feels.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you're happy with that, question of the day is Viper or Pictomancer?
Do you think I should only do one?
I mean, I think you should man up and do both, but you know, we'll see how you feel after the first one.
I kind of want to see Viper for last because the one I'm excited for build up to it.
One you're excited for. Yeah. All right. So Pictomancer is in Gridania. Specifically, it's right near the Conjurer's Guild, so teleport to there.
On the way.
On the way.
On the way.
No, the third room. I know that you know what they say about the young, but it is completely illegible.
All right, inside the Conjurer's Guild or out here? Oh no, I see the blue.
Yeah, you'll see the blue mage.
Oh gee, I wonder if it's where everybody's clustered up.
Yeah. Oh, since you're actually doing relevant content, there's a feature which I didn't think to highlight because I didn't. So they're in character configuration, control settings, and general.
Alex, oh my god.
What? Okay, never mind.
Sorry, I'm looking at dice.
You're reacting at something that no one else can see.
Real end game character glam.
Anyway, control settings, general, all the way at the bottom. There is quest progression settings that lets you hide nearby players when close to quest NPCs.
Cool.
You know, you probably will not need to turn that on most of the time because we're doing old content, so it's not an issue. But this weekend, as long as you're picking up Pictomancer and Viper, that will be helpful when trying to click on NPCs in a sea of people.
This is really cool and will probably be helpful at some point, but the funny thing is, generally, if I'm facing the NPC, it prioritizes the NPC over other players.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
All right, on controller, yeah.
Yeah, on controller. But that is a really, really good change for mouse and keyboard people.
Oh yeah, it's very useful for mouse and keyboard people, and it's very useful for like this weekend specifically when everybody is glomming on to every MSQ NPC and Dawn Trail.
It will keep them from hiding it a little bit.
Yeah.
I wish they faded out instead of just blinking out of existence.
Yeah, they
are fading a little.
They do fade a little, but it is a fairly abrupt fade.
I think it's because the names blink out of existence that
yeah.
That's what's jarring.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take that, that's a new option. It's there, you can take it or leave it, but now you know that it's there.
I'll turn it on.
Okay, I am going to an in-room to slightly modify one of my glamours.
Alright, let's do some Pictomancy.
All right, Cheerless Hearer. Soul of the Pictomancer. Weathered pages a tire coffer and weathered round brush. The Cheerless Hearer is at the end of his tether. Matron, help me. One more complaint this day, and I swear... Forgive me my rambling, but please tell me you haven't come to make a complaint. I haven't. Is something amiss? Well, I should warn you that a Moogle has been making a nuisance of himself here in Verdania. The palmed pest has been harassing adventurers in an attempt to rope them into some painting endeavor. Despite the lack of interest, he refuses to give up. You are an adventuring sort, are you not? If so, you would be wise to give that Moogle a wide berth. Unless you are the artistic adventuring sort. I suspect he's still loitering in the Aetheryte Plaza, if my tale has piqued your interest. So that's the Dawn Trail quest accepted music, okay.
Yep.
That's a little underwhelming, not gonna lie.
Oh, I have such a problem with it. All I can hear is London Bridge is falling down. And now everybody in the chat can't unhear it. You're welcome.
Well, I'm not diagnosed, but I do have many of the traits of being an artistic adventurer.
Oh, a red-palmed Moogle. Refreshing. You there, Kupo. How would you like to do some painting? Perhaps of my new animation skeleton. Not ordinary painting, mind you. Magic painting, where your works come to life. Your imagination's the limit. They're like, what's an imagination? Just walk off. Oh, I can see the better resolution on the hair. This is a more detailed Moogle model, too. Oh, Kupo nuts. Why won't anyone give me a chance? They could do so much good with the power of Pictomancy. Oh, hang on. After this cutscene, I'm going to zoom in on Loreweaver's face and hair and to actually take a good look at the details, because they were fairly pixelated before the graphical update. You had me at magic painting. I have recent experience with those, and I'd like to incorporate it into my arsenal. What did you say, Kupo? You're not pulling my palm, are you? You wish to know more about Pictomancy? Truly? Oh my god. The level of graphical fidelity on my hair now. Hooray, hooray! The name's Kupapo, and I'm extremely pleased to meet you, Kupo. I am the inheritor of a Pictomancer soul crystal, and I seek a creative individual who can carry on this arcane artistry. A history lesson is in order. Pictomancy was conceived some 1,500 years ago, in the dusk of the 5th Astral Era. While other schools of magic that originated during that period, such as Black and White, you might have heard of them, are expressions of the caster's will, Pictomancy relies on something even more abstract, the imagination. You can get a free Fantasia? Will that opportunity go away? Because I'll pick it up if it does, but I don't want to Fantasia Loreweaver.
it's just a quest now.
Oh, cool. By channeling ether into a concept held in their mind's eye, a Pictomancer can give form to the formless.
Yeah, they added a quest with a free Fantasia just in case, like, because like they knew that like the graphical update would like change characters a little bit.
And there are new features in the character creator as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe I should Fantasia and just come back with the same character slightly tweaked then. What do you think?
Well, you can
Potentially.
always have a look at the options by just creating a new character at some point and not advancing past character creation.
Yeah.
just to
Yeah,
see
you-
what's
and-
available.
And
So you don't have to worry about using the Fantasia.
True.
And if you're going to do that, you can right click on
Right click, huh?
you know what I mean. right click. Sorry, square on.
Oh, you
lore
remembered.
On lore on the character menu and do a save appearance data. Then you can load that data in the character creator and.
That'll make it easier to tweak Loreweaver and not just start from scratch.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that after Pictomancer and Viper today.
Yeah, I mean that seems more like an off-screen it's a stream thing to be.
Yeah, and there's not massive data differences, but there's some stuff.
Yeah, like I've noticed that like I'm very happy with how Minmindo looks. I've not actually played my other characters at all since Dawn Trail started because I've been focusing on my main. But like I'm very pleased with how Minmindo looks with the graphical update. But I have noticed that some of the expressions look pretty different from how they used to, which
Yeah.
is
Also, I think just
interesting.
changed the amount of polygons and faces, especially.
Yeah,
and
and like that's why they gave out the free Fantasia because they knew that this would happen, and they knew that some people would like look at their characters and it's like, oh, this is not have the vibe that I want anymore.
The
Yeah,
funniest thing is what happens when male Aura eat pizza.
I saw a gif of that.
Anyway,
Yeah, I don't mind how Dyson looks, but his eyes are a bit sleepier now, so he's always like a little less alert looking, which is like I have been through all of this. I am completely in control. But
maybe you might want to like Fantasia and just like change the eyes a little bit.
but then I don't want to lose all of my adventure portraits. Like honestly, the only real issue I have is I seem to have a bit of an exaggerated philtrum. The little delve between your nose and lips.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway,
I'm also while you guys are talking, enjoying the lighting effects that I'm just really
the
looking at
lighting
now.
is great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Look at this shimmering through the leaves, both on the ground and on my head.
Oh yeah, oh my god, remember how shitty like shadows through leaves used to look?
Yeah.
Like it was
I kind of tuned it out after a while.
It was like square pixels with like 3 frames per second.
Yeah.
It was like awful.
And,
I might be biased, but I feel like Rogadine kind of got the biggest facelift in terms of like quality of improvement of faces.
Yeah. Did you see that Azim Step comparison I shared?
Yeah, I did.
I-
There's one thing seeing a screenshot, and the other, and another thing experiencing it in real time.
Yeah. And Gridania is a very pretty place to check out all the graphical updates because Gridania has many textures. There is very texture as far as all the city goes with all the grass and the leaves and the everything.
Man, I'm having a hard time getting over how detailed my character's model is now. The hair and stuff. Like it was really pixelated. Her bangs were really pixelated if you zoomed in on her.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But look at all that detail.
Yeah. I love how we're still in Stormblood and we're still getting distracted by all the new shit in Dawn Trail.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the amount of times I've hit the screenshot button while watching cutscenes just because it looked on my character's face and I was like, oh.
Yeah, the texture work on the clothes as well. They actually like it's always subtle, but like we
do actually have to play this game at some point.
We do.
Yes.
We do. It's a bit tricky to wrap your head around, I know. And that's precisely why the great Archon Realm, founder of Pictomancy, incorporated the painter's tools into our art. Fun. Oh no, what if the Viper founder is Zidane and we never get to meet a Zidane? Oh, that would still be cool, but that would make me a little sad.
Because Zidane's following you right now.
Fair point. A gifted artist. Oh, Realm's a Lalafell. Fair enough. A gifted artist as well as mage, Realm took up a brush instead of a staff and wielded ether like paint to give shape to her imaginings. In this way was Pictomancy born, a magical discipline unlike any other Kupo. Now, Realm was a charitable soul, and never ever used her powers for self-serving ends. She dedicated her life to aiding and defending those in need. During the War of the Magi, Realm traveled the land and saved countless people with her Pictomancy, and it was for those deeds that she earned a place among the 12 Archons. Here's a question. Did they go back and upgrade the graphics for, like, pre-Dawn Trail, story bits? Like, if I replay A Realm Reborn...
I've been seeing some, like, side-by-side comparisons of A Realm Reborn cutscenes, and it is actually kind of startling. It almost makes me want to, like, make an alt and go through A Realm Reborn again. Just
the animations are still as stiff, but, like, the lighting and the texturing just was included.
Yeah.
Should be noted, not all of the gear has been updated yet.
I assume that's a work in progress, because there's 8 million pieces.
Yeah, they've started with the newest stuff, and they're working backwards.
Gotcha. That's fair. During the War of the Magi, Realm traveled the land and saved countless people with her Pictomancy, and it was for those deeds that she earned a place among the 12 Archons. So how about it? Would you like to take up the Archon's noble legacy and become, dare I say it?
Yep. We knew it had to happen. We all knew it had to happen.
We just didn't expect it to be so quick.
I actually never processed that this would be...
I expected it to be the name of the introductory quest. I expected to get slapped with that pun before you even looked at the job.
Oh, I expected it to be the final quest as you achieve
as you achieve mastery and become and truly become a Realm Reborn.
Yes.
God damn it.
That's Billy, we are going to make Lore say the line.
So, how about it? Would you like to take up the Archon's noble legacy and become, dare I say it, a Realm Reborn? Oh my god, the detail on my face.
There was no way we were getting through this quest without that pun.
Yeah. Wonderful, Kupo. Your enthusiasm warms my heart. As I have only one soul crystal, however, I must ensure that I entrust it to the right person. Therefore, before I grant you this dazzling opportunity, dazzle me with your style. Here's a Pictomancer outfit. I require that you attend a job interview. Seek me out at the Carline Canopy, and be sure to come prepared with your fanciest, Pictomanciest answers for my flurry of very professional questions. Well, I was about to say how professional could it be you're a Moogle, but I'll bet that this guy is going to be very professional for a Moogle. Alright, hang on.
Law, what do you think of my glamour now?
Sorry, I zoomed in on my face. Where are you? Ah, there you are. I can't see your glamour behind your weapon.
Is that better?
You can always examine.
It's the same pieces, but instead of the dull gold, it's now a shining silver.
Oh, you're talking about the lining. I was going to say the color of the cloth is very dull.
Yeah, I like it.
But the lining is pretty cool. Maybe it's just because it's not gold that I'm having trouble parsing the color of the cloth. I think I actually don't like it as much as the gold. Because the gold complements the purple and contrasts it.
Well, it's not purple now.
That's
It
purple.
used to be purple, now it's blue.
That's a very bluish purple, but that's purple.
It's definitely blue.
Definitely blue.
In fact, it's even royal blue,
Right.
the most blue of all
I
of them.
think Lore's the wrong person to ask to appreciate small
Hold on,
changes
let me look
in
up
detail.
indigo real quick. Is that indigo? It's kind of an indigo.
Hold on, what color is the
more
dress?
towards
Is this?
blue than indigo. I don't like indigo though. It's very silly that
Yeah,
we have in the rainbow.
No, it's abyssal blue is indigo. This is royal blue.
Count Bob raises an excellent question. Is this blue or silver, or is it white and gold?
Oh no! White and gold is on Dyson, thanks.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, I didn't even think of that.
I guess we found Bryn's new color scheme.
All right. Anyway.
To the Carline Canopy.
Another thing I like about the graphical update is that the light catches in people's eyes so much more, so people look less dead-eyed most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, seriously. The detail on the eyes, too. Look at my face! Holy shit!
Sorry, I didn't mean to re-distract.
I'm mesmerized. I mean, I already thought Loreweaver was hot, but now she's something else.
Okay, so Lore and I are of the same mind when it comes to looking at our characters after the update. Great.
Ah, there you are. I would have invited you to my cozy little hovel and put out tea and biscuits. Can hovels be cozy, Kupapo? Except I don't have a cozy little hovel, or any home to speak of, for that matter. Such is the life of an itinerant mook. Oh, so you're the one I've been buying the Mogstone rewards from. I haven't a gill to my name either, so I can't order us tea and biscuits. But we can avail ourselves of a table. Look, I'll buy you food, Kupapo. It's fine. I have 2.5 million gil.
And my Lalafell kind of just looks a bit more dour after the graphical update, which I'm not totally against, but it is definitely a slight change in the tone, in the mood.
Yeah. Zoom in on my face sometimes or look on the profile. Well, next time I'm next to you, I'll zoom in next to you, but looking on the profile is always further out than... Even if I zoom in, it's further out than if I'm just standing next to you with the camera. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce this interview commenced, Kupo. Let's begin with the basics. Might I have your full name? I'm Loreweaver, and you'd best remember it. 'Tis a fine name. Well met, Loreweaver. Right, on to the next question. What do you consider your primary vocation? Killing gods. Which of the top two do I want to? I wonder if I'm between jobs at the moment is a call out to the fact that Endwalker is the end of a story and Dawn Trail's the beginning of the next.
That's the way I interpret it, because...
Yeah.
Especially for, because, you, not so much. Me, definitely would accurate to say I'm between jobs right now.
Yeah, I'm actually very much in the middle of a job right now. Defender of the Weak and Champion of the Realm.
I knew you'd pick that.
Well, she's as full of herself as can be.
Exactly.
To declare it with such pride, you must be motivated to help others indeed. You've the ideal temperament for a Pictomancer, Kupo. And moving along to the next question. How would you rate your artistic abilities? I actually have been complimented on how articulate and character-filled my stick figures are. That's actually not a joke.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I've seen the...
I've mocked up skeletons for art commissions and comic book pages and all that stuff, and every artist who's worked with me has been like, "Oh, actually, wow." So I actually have that as a little bit of a point of pride. That's as good as my art gets, though.
That's fair enough.
And moving all along to the next question. How would you rate your artistic abilities? My I'm gonna fucking die laughing.
That's gotta be a short.
But it is definitely that you have a good sense of staging.
Oh my god!
Oh, thank you, Teddy.
In theory, you could be a storyboard artist if you just had a little bit more refinement beyond the stick figure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Teddy.
You
I don't have a shorts maker anymore, or else that would absolutely be a short. Oh god. The guy who was making him for me enlisted, so he's off in basic training right now, unfortunately.
Okay.
okay.
Like, all right, it's like someone's got to figure something out anyway.
I'll take volunteers. Anyone want to make a short? Can you?
I will at the very least create a clip.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, can we at least make a Twitch clip?
Yeah, I'm gonna highlight that so it's there forever.
Also, you have no idea.
Well, it depends on how long. Let's find out.
You saying that just oh my god.
You have great self-control.
You have no idea.
My stick figure drawings are second to none.
Like a lot of people in chat know just how much self-control I have been doing at certain points. Oh.
Well, I, for one, think stick figures are wonderful, as is your honest answer. You'll be pleased to know that Pictomancy relies more on one's imagination than their artistic abilities, so don't fret about your egregious lack of the latter. Oh, God. Speaking of imagination, let's try and put yours to work. Tell me the first thought that enters your mind when you hear the word Moogle. It's how disgraceful the Final Fantasy XIV Moogle designs are. Furry little shots. Irrepressible cuteness. I'm inclined to agree, Kupo. Of course you are. Starfaring hares and carefree catfish weep at the sight of us, burdened by the knowledge they will never surpass the fuzziest and most charming of beasts. Starfaring hares, huh? Is that a beast tribe I haven't met, like the catfish people, or is he just talking about Vieira to my face? All right, can you drop that clip in stream chat on the server so it doesn't get lost in chat?
Perfect.
Thank you, Teddy.
Absolutely.
Now, the next question is very important. Someone's in trouble. What do you do? I stay silent, I hold my hand out, and I conjure a fireball. Then snuff it after a couple of seconds. Help them without question. I didn't expect any other answer, Kupo. If I may ask a follow-up question, can you share a recent example of when you approached a soul in distress? Come again? A hearer who's been inundated with complaints about my Pictomancy pitches? Oh dear. That's rather disheartening, Kupo. But this isn't about me. What's important is that you are not wont to ignore the plight of another. That willingness to serve a greater purpose and emulate Archon Realm's example is the key to becoming a truly talented Pictomancer. Having considered your answers, I'm thrilled to report you've passed my interview with flying colors, Kupo. I'm certain you will bear our legacy admirably. I deem you worthy of the Soul Crystal. However, I should warn you that it comes with some proverbial strings attached. A bit of emotional baggage, too. You see, several moons ago, I got into a terrible argument with my best friend. We went our separate ways, and I've not seen her since. I wish I could meet her again, try to reconcile, more than anything. So, if we hear aught of her during our journey together, I'd like you to lend me a helping hand. Yeah, sure. If you're still willing to train as a Pictomancer with this condition in mind, then the Soul Crystal is yours. Just say the word, Kupo. The word. Hey, no, get back here. Give me the Soul Crystal. So, you still wish to be a Pictomancer in full acceptance of my condition? Then, as promised, I bestow upon you the Soul Crystal. And to help you get started, I've prepared a set of equipment. Hopefully it fits, Kupo. Pictomancer unlocked.
The funniest thing about this is that once you put the Pictomancer gear on, it's going to become your highest gear score by a country mile.
How perfect that you had a high enough level Black Mage for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very lucky.
It's also fun because like Pictomancer is much closer to Black Mage than either of the other two casters. Like I am liking Pictomancer a lot because, you know, to me anyway, Pictomancer kind of plays the way I wish Black Mage played. So I've been having a lot of fun with it this past couple days.
I like the gradient on this outfit.
Oh yeah.
Like that's them showing off the new graphics.
Oh, definitely. So I strongly suggest messing with your hotbar while hitting things with a while being in front of a target dummy, because Pictomancer and Viper both make heavy use of, I'm not sure if there's a proper name for it, but like buttons that turn into other buttons after you press them. And so like the most important buttons on your action bar, you're not actually going to put on your action bar, they're just going to appear as you start messing with stuff. So like the thing you were trying to do with Reaper, simply where you set up your action bar first and then mess with the target dummy, simply will not work.
Okay.
Pictomancer
eschews the stave for a brush, painting their imaginings upon a canvas and bringing them to life through magic. By utilizing the creature canvas, the weapon canvas, and the landscape canvas, a variety of effects can be produced. Creature motifs are painted on the creature canvas and can be rendered to life through living muse, simultaneously granting a depiction of the rendered motif. Assembling depiction of palm and depiction of wings creates a Moogle portrait, allowing the execution of Mog of the Ages. Weapon motifs are painted on the weapon canvas and can be rendered to life through steel muse. When a hammer is painted on the canvas, striking muse can be performed, allowing the execution of hammer stamp. Landscape motifs on the landscape canvas. Muse, when a starry sky is painted on the canvas, starry muse can be performed, increasing the damage dealt by self and party members. Palette gauge. Palette gauge and white paint can be accumulated by executing a certain ether hue spells. Once your palette is sufficiently saturated with ether, you can consume a portion of the palette gauge to execute Subtractive Palette, which will temporarily alter the properties of your ether hue spells, significantly enhancing them. Additionally, white paint can be spent to execute Holy in White. Okay. So here's a problem. Here's a big problem. Okay. The 8th hotbar is shared between all classes.
Oh, you can change that.
Oh, I can? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go into character configuration, hotbar settings.
Alternatively, you can not fix it and just use that hotbar for like limit break and mounts and things, which is something I've been telling you to do also for years.
Yeah, but that's the one. Oh.
I mean, I've got a setup for.
Do you have a shared hotbar besides 8?
No, but it's like 5 buttons to set up my mount and my Gisol greens and my teleport. So
yes, sharing at the top.
Shared hotbar. Hotbar 8, no longer shared. Cross hotbar. Hotbar 8, no longer shared.
Yeah, you might need to reapply it to the Black Mage hotbars.
Well, let's do it real quick. Black Mage, Equip set. Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to take a detour and reset that right now while I'm thinking of it.
Okay. Well, and plus you want to go to a striking dummy anyway.
Also, you need to, I forgot to do this yesterday. You need to actually make your Pictomancer set a new gear set and not just accidentally save over your Black Mage set.
Already did.
I did yesterday.
Already did.
Yeah. Because, I totally made that mistake. It's like, okay, I got my new set. And save, and where'd my Black Mage go? Oh.
Yeah, fortunately I didn't have that issue.
Oh, boy.
Right. Cast.
Launch day experience is what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just popped into Astrologian for the first time, and a third of my hotbar is gone.
Hopefully,
well, I'll figure that out later. And we're just going to ignore that for now. Yeah, the basic combo is one button, just like in PvP. Yeah, but Viper is the same way, almost. It's complicated. We'll get there when we get there.
Pictomancer, and I'm going to set up my teleport and stuff real quick.
Teleport, mount, limit break.
Yeah.
Mana extraction is another good button to have on your bar like that.
Yeah. Okay.
You might want to shrink the UI elements just because they're quite large and block the screen.
I guess.
Yeah, the Pictomancer easels are quite large.
Trying to remember how I shrink it.
Do you see where it says current UI element canvas?
Oh, the setting button there. UI element settings, element. Okay, cool. Gauge. How do I move it? Because I want to move them closer together. Oh, right. I mouse over it. Oh, hang on. Okay. You have to keep touching the touchpad, but not actually click down. Okay. A layout change saved. Okay. Off to Shirogane!
So, from my experience playing Pictomancer this past day, Pictomancer is all about preparation. So, in that spirit, we are not going to start with the basic combo. We are actually going to start with the motifs.
Okay, I would like to
out of combat.
I would like to set up the basic combo buttons on R2 face buttons before we do that, just so I have them in place. Is that fine?
Okay. that you do. Okay.
All right. Actions. I'm ready.
Okay, so the motifs can be cast out of combat, and you should basically always do that.
Oh, no, wait, hang on. Can you tell me the basic rotation buttons?
The basic rotation button is fire in red and fire in red.
Oh, fair enough.
And then there's fire, and then fire 2 in red is the AoE rotation.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you'll there's also Blizzard and Blue and Blizzard and Blue 2, which are an alternate.
Blizzard and Cyan.
Yeah, that's it.
Not Blue and Cyan, because
Cyan.
Yeah.
Next to. They're an alternate, more powerful version of the basic rotation.
Yeah, we'll get there. Okay.
I know, but I'm just saying it would be good to have them in a position that is related to the fire versions.
Yeah.
So like if one's R2, the other might be L2. They're kind of like uppercase versions.
I'm trying to do this in an order that is actually like
all right,
understandable.
So I'm ready for the prep stuff.
Okay, so preparation. Before you even start a fight, you should have your motifs painted. You have Starry Sky motif, which combos with Scenic Muse. So you're going to want both of those together somewhere.
Where is Starry Sky motif? Am I blind?
I'm here. Good question. Where is Starry Sky motif?
Okay, so I'm not blind.
Oh,
Starry Sky motif can't be assigned. Actions unassignable. So that's a button that gets turned into.
Is landscape motif the button that's assignable? Oh yeah, landscape motif. Sorry, that's my bad. So yeah, landscape motif and Starry Muse are the two that, or Scenic Muse. Yeah. Yeah. So like those are the first two.
Landscape motif and Scenic Muse. Okay. Scenic motif and Scenic Muse. All right.
And then the next combo is Creature motif, which combos with Living Muse. Is that what it's called in the menu? Yeah, Living Muse. And it also combos with Mog of Ages. This is organized very poorly in the action and traits menu, I'm not going to lie, so this is going to be a challenge.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually going to swap L2 and R2 with these, because the lower level one is going to go on R2.
Okay. Whatever makes sense to you. And
okay,
then,
so it was Creature motif, Living Muse, Mog of the Ages?
Yes.
Okay. And then Landscape motif and Scenic Muse.
Yeah, and then there's Landscape motif and Scenic motif, and then the third combo is Weapon motif, followed by Steel Muse, followed by Hammer Stamp.
Okay. Okay, so Hammer Stamp is an AoE.
It's both. It does more damage to single target, but it also does like splash damage, so it's both.
Okay.
Essentially.
Okay, so you open by painting your motifs.
No, you before the fight even starts, paint your motifs.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, they're instant when cast out of battle, but take time in battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like before the fight even starts, you should have all 3 of your paintings painted and ready to go for the actual opener.
Do those last forever, like
like
Astrologian cards?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you like zone in and out somewhere, but
Yeah.
for all practical purposes, yes, they last forever.
Okay.
Yeah. Should be noted, you will need to use them in battle after you use them the first time, if the battle has ended.
So now let's set up the rest of the hotbar so basically your opener is spamming all 3 of those buttons immediately because they're all off cooldown abilities. Starry Muse, Palm Muse, and Striking Muse should be what those buttons have turned into, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the opener, is like spamming all 3 of those things at the same time. But now we actually do need to set up the rest of the hotbar. So
That's a lot of damage.
yeah, it is.
Oh, right, because I'm wearing level 80 gear, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. And also Palm Muse is a 1,100 potency ability. And Bog of Ages, once you get there, is 1,300. Genuine question, because I don't remember. What's the highest potency ability that you have as a Black Mage right now?
Hang on, let me find out. All right. 180. Fire 3 is 280. 280. Flare is 240, but I think it gets buffed depending on how much MP you spend. Blizzard 4 and Fire 4 are 310. Foul is 600.
Xenoglossy is 880, and that's probably what it is for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, 880 versus 1300. So yeah, Pictomancer hits hard.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm looking. None of my later abilities match Pictomancer's hits. God damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because the thing is, like, painting the paintings is a very long cast time. But anyway, so that's what you do before the battle starts, is you paint your paintings. During the battle, let me get back to my bars so I can help you out here. All right, so you've got Fire and Red is your basic spammable button. And then you'll also want Holy
Arrow
and
and green, then Thunder and Magenta. Does that apply?
No.
No, this is what my abilities are changing into. Is what I was reading off.
Magenta's a different thing.
No, Fire and Red turns into Arrow and green. Turns into Thunder and Magenta. Oh no, I'm looking up top.
It turns into Water and Blue. Okay. So yeah, that's your basic 1, 2, 3 combo. Fire, red, green, blue, red, green, blue.
Okay.
Once you do that enough times, you'll notice that it's building up your paint bar. And if you build it up to 50, that's what lets you cast Blizzard and Cyan.
Yeah. You do have to press a button to toggle into that mode.
Yes,
okay.
And that one is Subtractive Palette.
Let's add that to the hotbar then.
Because you're changing from the red, green, blue pigment to the CYMK like printers.
Yeah.
Right, Subtractive Palette, I'm putting on R2 square. Blizzard and Cyan. And Stone and Yellow. And Thunder and Magenta.
Yeah, and you'll notice that second...
Which does not apply Thunder.
It does not apply Thunder. Yeah, there are no dots in this thing. At least not yet. Maybe there are past level 90, but I'm not there yet.
Okay.
The thing I actually love about this rotation is that it uses all 6 elements. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, you get Holy and White, which is another thing that you've been building up with the red, green, blue combo.
Yeah, the white paint palette spots.
Yep. So you'll want to put that on your bar, and that's also another finishing move, basically.
No, it's not. It's a move.
No, it's not. But like, it's kind of a filler. I mean, it's a finishing move in the sense that it's something that you build up towards with your basic combo.
It appears to be instant, and I can do it when moving.
Yeah,
and it uses up one pip on the palette bar.
Yeah.
Holy
and White is a good one to save for when you need to move around.
Yeah, basically, due to the fact that Holy and White is technically a damage loss, it's less than a percent damage loss, but it is a damage loss, so it is entirely based around, entirely about your movement options. And it does mean, however, that you don't have to worry about overcapping. A lot of jobs, if you are getting a resource more than the maximum, you're wasting damage. But in this case, you are able to just save them for movement freely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. That's actually helpful. I didn't think about that because I was not doing the math on what's like the numbers mean, but it is actually useful.
So basically, use it like a super scathe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically a super scathe. Yes. So that's your paints. Your AoE rotation is Fire 2 in red and Blizzard 2 in cyan, which works basically the same as Fire 1 and Blizzard 1, but they're AoEs. And also, like, we were talking about this last night on Discord, that...
subtractive palette works for that as well?
Yeah, subtractive palette works for that as well. We were talking about this last night, but, like, weirdly, the AoEs are most effective when there are 4 targets instead of 3. Which, you know, is an interesting bit of min-maxing to know, but doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, because you were saying that it's technically a damage loss because the single target versions are more than 3 times as powerful as the AoE version.
Exactly. So, yeah. Also, the other thing you probably want on your bar right now is Swift Cast. Because unlike the other non-casters, unlike the other casters, you don't have a revive, so you should feel no guilt about freely using Swift Cast whenever it's available.
Okay.
And using Swift Cast for the paint is very helpful because paint in battle takes like 3 seconds.
Gotcha.
So yeah, like basically the way Pictomancer works is that it's all about preparing for your big burst phase. So before the fight even starts, you paint all 3 of your paintings, and then when the fight starts, you unleash all 3 of them at once. And then Starry Night does like 3 things for you. But among other things, it gives you a stack of subtractive palette.
You mean Starry Muse? Because we haven't done anything with Starry Night yet.
Starry Night, Starry Muse is like that's the big 2 minutes buff that you get.
And it should be noted that due to the fact that the having painted it doesn't drop off, even though you can only use the Starry effect once every 2 minutes, you can still prepare it well ahead of time.
Yeah, I was getting to that. Well, it's like we're talking about what you do during your burst phase. So, like during your burst phase, you dump all your paintings. Starry Muse gives you a stack of subtractive palette, and so that lets you use your big damage spells because the subtractive spells do more damage than your regular spells. And then in between burst phases, you do your paintings again, which will take a long time. You'll have to stand still painting, but you have those prepared for next time there's a burst phase. And beyond that, it's just kind of about... And beyond that, it's kind of just about vibes. Just like look for openings when you have time to paint. Hit your your RGB rotation whenever you're not doing anything else, and just hit buttons to do big damage.
All right,
use your paintings whenever they're available, and that's it.
Wow, we've actually gone over all the buttons I have available. We haven't even filled out the 2 hotbars. Okay, because let's talk about Tempera Coat and Smudge.
Smudge. Oh yeah, Smudge is your jump forward button.
Yeah,
use it. It's very cool.
And Tempera Coat is a barrier. It's a mitt.
Yeah, it's a mitigation.
It's mana ward effectively.
Yeah, it's effectively mana ward. And also later on, when you level up, Tempera Coat becomes an AOE shield.
Ah, gotcha.
So you can protect the whole party with it.
Sweet. Oh, well, that's a lot simpler than Black Mage.
Oh yeah, that's all the buttons you have. Also, you probably want. Actually, I have not yet had a problem with mana at all. Probably because you spend so much time painting that your mana just regenerates passively quicker than you can use it.
Yeah, all these spells are super cheap too.
Yeah, you probably want Lucid Dreaming on your bar just in case. You probably want Addle. You probably want Addle and Surecast on your bar just in case. Those are your roll abilities.
Yeah, they're very, very, very important. Like Shockcast stops you from being knocked back. It's available for all. Since the roles are all mages. This includes Black Mage. So Shockcast stops you from being knocked back.
It also keeps you from being interrupted by stuff like paralysis. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, not paralysis. It stops you from being interrupted by like auto attacks. Paralysis goes right through it.
Okay.
Yeah, the Addle lowers the damage that enemy attacks do. This is very important for extremes and especially savages and ultimates, because most raid wides will wipe the entire party without some sort of mitigation.
Gotcha. How many Addle stacks with different people attaching Addle to them, right?
No, it does stack with other people doing other different damaging debuffs.
Gotcha. So it can only have one Addle on it at a time.
Yeah, you can only have one Addle at a time, but like all the different all the different jobs have all kinds of different mitigations that they can put on the boss, and so like, yeah.
It's funny doing Blue Mage because we all have Addle, so we have nearly complete uptime of it.
Yeah.
But and what was the other one that we mentioned?
Addle, Surecast. I mean, sleep is the other role quest, is the other role thing. I don't think we need...
Yeah, I'm not gonna do sleep.
Yeah, it's like Addle, Lucid Dreaming, Swiftcast, and Surecast.
That's it, Lucid Dreaming. Lucid Dreaming is also very useful if you've died and been resurrected, because you'll be...
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so you can use that to get your MP back.
Yeah. But, yeah, and that's all the buttons that you have access to, because they are very much trying to compartmentalize this stuff.
Huh.
So, yeah, just try a rotation a couple times and just get a feel for it. You do not want to be painting during a burst window. Like, that is the first lesson I learned messing around with this. Painting takes too long. You do that in between burst windows. That's what Pictomancer is all about, preparation. So, like, you're going to spend your time in between burst windows, painting your paintings, and building up your meter for subtractive palette, and waiting for that burst window to happen, so you can dump all of your damage onto the enemy. You don't have to get it perfectly. That's the other thing I like, is that, like, if you don't do it perfectly, you'll still be doing pretty decent damage. But, like, mastery of Pictomancer is going to be all about learning how to stack all of that stuff and get it ready for a big burst window.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much how Black Mage works too. So I am enjoying it quite a bit.
This is pretty simple. I kind of like it.
Yeah. It's like I said, this feels like a simpler version of Black Mage. Not like super simple, but like it's not even that simple. That's more flexible. That's the thing I really like about it.
I mean, it's more complicated than the new Black Mage.
I'll take your word for it. I have not messed around with the new Black Mage. But yeah, it is. But yeah, it's much more flexible than Black Mage, because you just sort of like. It's like, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do for the next 30 seconds? I need to paint some paintings and build up some subtractive paint, and then once the burst phase happens, spend all of your resources and then prepare to do it all again.
Okay, so to make sure I understand, so you go in with all your motifs painted.
Yes.
Then you use Starry Muse.
Yep. Starry Muse ASAP.
Yep. And then you burst damage with Striking Muse into Hammer Stamp.
Yes.
Okay. Then Palm Muse.
Well, later on, like that's good for the opening rotation. Later on, you'll probably. I haven't done the math on this, but I think that's the opening burst phase. In later burst windows, I think you'll just stick to the subtractive spells for a burst phase and save Hammer Stamp for like movement, because Hammer Stamp is another instant cast ability, so it's very good for, and it's actually genuinely good damage to use while moving.
So it is.
Unlike Holy and White, which is just kind of meh damage.
It's also melee range though, so it might not be all that useful for movement.
It's not. Is it melee range? No, it's not.
Yes. Hammer Stamp is a hammer.
It's range 25. Well, yeah, but step away from it and use it.
All right. Well, let me get my paintings back.
Range 25 meters. What the fuck are you guys on about? Where are you smoking?
I was looking at the animation where the character does hammer strikes.
Well, but like, look at the target W where you summon a giant hammer.
All right. Let me see this. Striking Muse. Oh, okay. I was just overlapping the animations. Yeah. Like, you do swing a hammer, but the hits happen on the target, which is weird.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I was right on top of the target, so it looked like I was just hitting it with a hammer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not intuitive.
I can see how you come to that.
I mean, I just read the spell that said range 25. And, okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's everything. And if you go do that level 80 Pictomancer quest, your little Moogle friend will probably explain all this again, but it's a good opportunity to like practice.
Well, I learned better from you guys, so.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, you might as well do the quest.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to do the quest because it's Pictomancer plot, but.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it's like.
It's practical.
Fair warning, a lot of the quest will be the Moogle explaining all this again.
Ah, gotcha.
But it will let you actually use this in combat scenario. I'm gonna go scold my cat because he is being naughty. Have fun with this quest while I'm gone.
Good kitty cause trouble.
Okay, question. Do I use Living Muse into Mog of the Ages and then Steel Muse into Hammer Stamp, or does it matter?
I'm not really sure.
Let me look at what the abilities do again. Hang on. Look at the Ages. Straight line before you.
Yeah, the only combat I've done is literally this quest you're about to do.
Ah, I gotcha.
I've done a touch more with Viper, but not high level stuff.
Okay. So Mog of the Ages is a big hit. Hammer Stamp is a smaller hit that you just get 3 times. Okay. Alright, Moogle. Kupopo believes an apology is in order. Very nice. Now you literally embody the soul of a Pictomancer, Kupo. While a Pictomancer's brush may look like a big paintbrush, it is in fact a stylized variety of staff. That said, you're probably wondering why we don't just use staves. It's for style! Put simply, it's much easier to bring your imagination to life through the medium of art. Magicked brushes and ink allow a Pictomancer to express abstract thoughts in a deliberate manner, Kupo. As I mentioned, though, it's ultimately your imagination that matters the most. For with the wisdom of Pictomancers passed at your disposal, you already possess the artistic skills you require. Now, as much as I would love for you to get to painting right away, there is something else we must do first. We must go to Nafika's altar and apologize to the hero you mentioned. And by we, I mean me. Off we go, Kupo.
Oh, by the way, check out the V-pose and V-stance emotes.
Okay. V-pose. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun little animation. Alright, and V-stance.
B, like battle.
Ah. B-stance. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like V-pose better, but...
Yeah, the victory, the little victory stance animation is very cute.
Ethernet to the Conjurer's Guild. Oh yeah, Milena, come here. You wanted me to look at you. I'm standing behind you a bit. Oh, you're in a cutscene. Never mind. Oh, you just disappeared. Okay. Oh, no, wait. You disappeared because I walked up. I'm an idiot. I'm not used to that, okay? I'm not stupid. I'm just not used to that.
Yeah.
Debate.
Oh, for the love of the elementals, no more complaints. Ah, I beg your pardon, adventurer. That Moogle there, is that perhaps... Indeed, I'm the one who caused you so much trouble. It wasn't my intention to do so, and I've come to beg forgiveness, Kupo. Oh, I see. As you appear to be genuinely remorseful, all I ask is that you refrain from aggressive solicitations henceforth. Agreed? You have my word, Kupo. Now that I've found a capable Pictomancer, my soliciting days are over. I'm relieved to hear it. With this matter settled, I may turn my attention to another situation. Oh, and what situation might this be? Distressing noises coming from an empty manor in the Gentry's ward. Fiends are believed to be haunting the cellar, and their nightly clamor is keeping the surrounding residents awake. Fiends, you say? Lore here will deal with them, Kupo. Remember, it is in the spirit of the Pictomancer to lend a helping hand, to shine the light of hope for those in need. This is also a welcome opportunity to put your newfound skills to the test. Rest assured, I'll be there to offer sage advice every wing flap of the way. Oh, right,
we're not picking up sage today.
Right, so what happened in the Reaper quest where she had me run through my abilities one by one, that's going to be the standard for class pickups from then on.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Your offer of aid is kind indeed, and I accept it with thanks. The Gentry's Ward is situated just past Apkalu Falls. Proceed there when you are ready. And ready we are, aren't we, Lore? Let the Pictomancy training begin, Kupo. I like... okay. I like that, the pants are Realm's pants, sort of, but it loses the effect when they're covered by the coat. Alright, Milena, where'd you go? There you are. Okay, let's take a look at you. What did you want me to look at? I like the details on the coat now. Is that a vest? I guess it's a vest.
Oh, yeah, the
Sleeveless jacket.
Fiberglass vest. I like that one.
There's a version with an undershirt and a version that doesn't, which shows you midriff.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Milena's got the midriff one.
Heavy shadow on my upper lid makes me look more menacing than I used to.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
A tiny bit of Kubrick, I suppose.
Where am I going? I gotta go to the Ether Shard. Let's make sure I know where on the map I'm going. Ah, okay. Up to the Lancers Guild. Yeah, Gridani is my favorite of the three cities. It's the one I feel most at home at, for obvious reasons, both in character and out.
Of the residential districts, my favourite's Lavender Beds, and it's where my mansion is. But, like, of the cities, if I'm going to visit a city, I tend to go to Uldar. I just feel a lot more acquainted there, I suppose. Feels more natural to go there.
It'll probably reset my paintings when I get in there, but I'm still going to do it.
Yep.
The Gentry's Ward lies beyond those gates. Are you ready to put your skills to the test, Kupo? I'm ready to paint up a storm. Excellent! Time to clear out that manor, Kupo. Level sync is in effect. Proceed. Here we are, Kupo. I sense monsters lurking below. Let me move. Before we charge in, allow me to expound upon the fundamentals of Pictomancy. Let's first paint a motif on canvas. Only then can you bring it to life. I'm making a palm motif. Go on, don't be shy. Of course the Moogle wants me to paint a palm. Well done, Kupo. Now to unleash it upon your foes. Focus your magics on that striking dummy and summon your palm muse. Palms away. Splendid work, Kupo. Next, give me your best wing motif. Okay, so it alternates between palm motif and wing motif then.
Yeah.
Yep. And then once you've done both of them, it lets you do the Summon Moogle, which is another big damage thing.
Gotcha. With palms and wings fresh in your mind, I want you to imagine what these muses could accomplish together. By fusing them, you'll give life to a fantastical Moogle Koopo.
You like the design of this Moogle more than Final Fantasy XIV usual one.
Think big, magnificent thoughts and envision your new friend, Mog of the Ages. Is this going to be 9 or 12? It's... I didn't see it very clearly.
It's basically a more traditional one like you'd see on the SNES era.
Ah, I gotcha. I was going to say, it looked very similar to the 14 ones.
Like, for one thing, it has proper limbs.
I'm going to zoom out a little so I can see the paintings of my target.
Finally, incentive for Lore to zoom out.
I've been zooming out for a while. I am ready to proceed. All set, Koopo, then it's time we silenced that noise. Oh, I can't jump off the edge. Oh, there we go.
Easy mode duties really are easy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have to escort Koopapo. Okay. The infestation is worse than I expected. There's 2 of them. We should clear these ones out first. Let's make a lesson of it, Koopo. By casting spells of different hues, your palette will begin storing ether. A sufficiently saturated palette, you may avail yourself of the subtracted palette's increased might. Palette gauges will fill. AoE combos, starting with Fire 2. Palette gauge reaches 50, you'll be able to use subtractive palette. Subtractive palette is active. Cast stronger. Okay. Oh, now there's a lot of them. Okay.
So yeah, the goal, your mission is to use your subtractive colors.
I should be single targeting these. Subtractive palette.
And you should actually be doing AoEs because that's what your mission is.
Nope, it lets you do single target or AoE.
Oh, interesting.
You're a natural with that subtractive palette, Koopo. No, as on art, I don't do follow backs. If you're even still here to hear that, and you're not just spamming that in every stream you can reach. Oh, that's... Oh, it's one of these Spriggan things. Grand.
It's a very whimsical enemy to fight as a Pictomancer.
Well, it's a whimsical class. Yeah. That's an obnoxious noisemaker, Koopo. Since you've grasped the basics, I'll leave you to your Pictomancy. Show that Spriggan what for.
Well...
Meow.
I found my page. Why can't I do my muses? Weird.
You have to be in combat to use them.
Ah, I gotcha.
So you have to like like either face run into the mob or just like ping it with a fireball to get the ball rolling.
fire them off. Okay.
You could have used Holy and White while dodging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did it once, but I didn't process properly. I'm not used to Scathe being optimal.
ABC, always. B, casting.
Indeed.
Yep. Rotation up time is more important than correct rotation even.
Gotcha.
Yep. And with Pictomancer, fortunately, it is pretty easy to do correct rotation.
Well, that's pretty simple. That's pretty simple.
Yeah. I like it.
It's got enough complexity that it tickles my Black Mage brain, but it's not as simple as some of the other jobs that I've had to do.
Yeah. Yeah, like Summoner is like very brain dead. And also for the record, later on at level 90 you get, in addition to Holy and White, you get Comet in Black.
Ooh.
Which is, a fun addition to the whole rotation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, 1 second, my cat's being naughty again.
Well done, Koshek. I knew you'd make an excellent Pictomancer from the first.
Pictomancer.
God, the graphic upgrade is so good. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, that looks so good.
So fundamentally.
I'm going to have to retake the character screenshots of Loreweaver that I show to people for commissions with the new graphics.
The thing that really appeals to me is that it's not just increased texture fidelity, although it is there. They reworked the way that lighting affects things, and even a little bit of the stylization of some of the stuff that they added more complexity to really make it feel good.
Yeah.
One of the things they specifically noted is they wanted to improve the way that lighting works on dark-skinned characters, because dark skin is naturally shinier than lighter skins.
Yeah. They did a great job, which is very topical because Loreweaver is black, so they did a great job with that. Man, the fact that you can see the Philtrum now is kind of wild. Oh, hey, hang on. I've got little bunny nose coloration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's always
they
been
touched
there a little bit, but
yeah, I was gonna say I'm not crazy, right? Like that wasn't really visible before.
It was there. It was just not very well highlighted. It's the lighting is making it much more prominent.
Yeah, it was always more noticeable on Bryn, I think.
Yeah.
They touched up every race that has an animalistic nose coloration, like Hrothgar and Viera and the Rogadine that have it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
What can I say? I'm good. Most in-character response yet. That you are, my friend, and credit to myself as well for spotting your talents. Oh, the Moogles always want to take credit where it isn't due. In any case, with those clamorous fiends gone for good, the residents can rest easy once more. But come, let's quit this place. The dampness doesn't agree with my fur.
Also, this is the only time we have ever accessed the rich quarter of Gridania.
Yeah, this is new.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a good impression of it so far.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this location is clearly just reused from Hawkmanor.
Yeah.
But it's the thought that counts. It is sort of a new location.
And it's the counts that hawk.
Allow me to congratulate you on a successful first outing, Lore. The Pictomancers of Eld would be proud. Though you may yet be a novice of the art, as a veteran adventurer, you've grasped the fundamentals quickly, as well you should, Kupo. Alright, so the one thing I haven't grasped yet is how often I should repaint my paintings.
Basically, as soon as you can, as long as it's safe to do so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as long as don't have your damage buff active at the moment, because you could be doing
as long as you're not in a burst window, then it's safe to do so, because it's like 3 seconds to paint a painting, so like you might be like dodging AoEs and shit, and that's obviously not a good time to be chipping away the painting. But otherwise, yeah, just as soon as it's safe to do so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
cool.
as we mentioned before, they last infinitely, so
Yep.
you can prep them well ahead of time.
Yeah.
Does the painting speed increase with your casting speed?
Not that I've noticed.
I see.
Oh, ow. Oh,
It doesn't
slept on my
seem to,
shoulder wrong, I guess.
judging from the fact I'm like looking at my bars, and the painting cast times are solid 3.00 seconds versus the rest of my stuff, which does seem to be affected by casting speed.
Probably skill speed then.
It's probably just not affected by that at all.
If they're are they abilities? If they're abilities, they won't be affected by spell speed.
They are spells.
Oh, I was just
Weird.
curious then.
I guess they just have a static cast time to avoid
Yeah, it's
fudging it.
which happens. Like static cast times are fairly common.
Archon Realm didn't urge her disciples to roam the star for their own amusement, you know. She wished for them to intimately understand the wider world, to journey to lands unknown and savor every discovery, to revel in sensations, emotions, and, yes, even in danger. For these experiences enrich the palette of the imagination, making one's pictomancy all the more vibrant, Kupo. You are returned! Did you summon the monsters? Is that where this plot's going to go? I began to worry and came to see whether all was well. Dare I hope you've dealt with the fiends? Wonderful, wonderful! With this, all outstanding matters of concern have been addressed, and like the residents of the Gentry's ward, I too may sleep soundly once more. You both have my heartfelt gratitude. May the matron keep you wheresoever you should go. Did you see how happy we made him? That's the power of Pictomancy for you. And this is only the beginning. As part of your training, you and I shall travel near and far, searching for those in need, just as Archon Realm once did. But you mustn't forget our promise either. Before we take to the road, I'd like to see if the locals know anything about my friend. In the meantime, I bid you dedicate yourself to honing your skills, Kupo. You got it. I'll probably level Pictomancer to 90 at some point.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I mean, we're still in level 70 content, so
I know.
there's very much no rush.
I know. I will say it's more fun than most of the classes I've played.
Yeah.
I like Black Mage better, but this one's pretty good. I'd say this is my second favorite caster. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. So, we've been going for 2 hours. Do we want to pick up Viper?
Yes, I think the second half of the stream will be Viper, and I think that's...
Excellent.
Like, Pictomancer is very simple. Wait, I wouldn't say it's very simple. It's simple, but more importantly, it's very easy to understand. I've already got it, so I can move on to another class.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I might suggest we actually do some MSQ just because I do believe the next dungeon is actually very close, and it might be a good way for you to relearn the changes for
Black Mage?
Yes.
I think this stream should be Dawn Trail Weekend, pick up Pictomancer and Viper. We can do MSQ and relearning Black Mage next week.
Well, next week I think we should finish those relic weapons, because those have been sitting on the back burner for like 3 weeks now.
Okay, fair enough.
Although
So much to do in this game. Can you believe there are people that complain that there isn't quote-unquote enough to do in the game?
Yeah.
Well, once you put in a couple of thousand hours...
Let's take a break and pick up Viper in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who only do the MSQ and then nothing else, and then complain that there's nothing else to do, even though they're actively avoiding it.
God, like, the MSQ, like, I'm over 100 3 to 4 hour streams in. The MSQ is insanely long. Like, there's so much to do. And that's just the MSQ. Like, how are people getting bored before the 500-hour mark?
I think it's mostly YouTubers that want more stuff to content mill out that they can cover fairly quick. So stuff that takes dedication, like side content, doesn't have their seal of approval as, you know, content to do as much as other stuff does.
Fair enough. Speaking for myself, well, I'll get off and take my break in a sec.
Complaining about other content creators, let's,
no. I didn't mean to do that. Oh no.
Speaking for myself, once I catch up with MSQ, I'm going to do a bunch of side content. I'm going to do a lot of the side... I'm going to go back and do a lot of the side quests to clear them out of the world. I'm going to hunt down Blue Mage spells and I guess Beastmaster whatevers. I'm going to do Triple Triad and get as many cards as I can. Like, there's a lot of stuff to do. So I'm going to have plenty to do when I catch up, and I'm waiting for 9.0. But yeah, I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to have a snack. Burp.
Yeah. Count Bob says they were hoping for MSQ. Not really. I mean, Laura already expressed that next time we do MSQ, it'll probably be like when we can dedicate like a chunk of streams to it in a row, because, you know, we'll just like get like a ball roll. We'll like, you know, probably in a week or two we'll like get the ball rolling and have like a dedicated month of MSQ rolling into Shadowbringers. But we've got a lot of stuff to do before we get there, like picking up these new jobs.
Yeah, just gonna chime in real quick and go back to my break. Is it like Heaven's Word, where 4.1 to 4.3 is a chunk of story and then you can do side stuff, or?
It's actually like the transition from the like, as far as like the vibes go, like the transition from Stormblood post game to Shadowbringers pre-game is like much more gradual. It's
okay.
Like, it's a little weird, and it's something that we can't really talk about without getting into spoilers, because it's
fair enough.
Yes, it does still have the case of the first
there is a climax at the end of 3.0, but like, it's not. It's different. The vibes are different.
Okay. All right. Back to my break.
Oh, yeah, the new lighting has had a bit of a negative effect on my house. Everything's either darker or brighter than it was intended to be, because I always had my home's lighting rather low, because I've got so many glowy things that just end up popping out that way, and everything's a bit more equalized for some reason, specifically in my house, and only in my house, and I don't know why.
Did they ever fix that phantom door?
See, like when I moved house a while ago and never really bothered to redecorate, but like when I did have a fully furnished house, I like considered the lighting, even though there wasn't actually lighting in the game yet. But I did like put like lamps around as if I expected those lamps to do something. And so like I think the lighting would have actually improved if I still had that layout and this new lighting setup.
Yeah, and it looks like the update where for where they're adding more slots to housing has not yet taken effect.
You mean new wards? You mean like the number of items you can have in a house?
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, sorry for earlier. I forgot that I was like on a stream rather than having a conversation with friends, so my sense of decorum was different.
Yeah. I mean, it's even when it's just Di and I spend a lot of time trying to keep this thing on the rails.
Good idea.
Like there is some level of ADHD in like all of us. That doesn't help.
Yeah, that is true. But like
DNA.
I'm not going to say I don't have ADHD because I probably do and just don't deal with it. But I do try to be aware of it at least and compensate for it.
The D in ADHD stands for Dyson, and the other D also stands for Dyson.
Funny thing is, I'm not actually ADHD. I'm autistic, but I've got obviously there's a lot of crossover.
There is a lot of crossover
to the point where like, go ahead.
More crossover than an Archie comic.
Yeah.
Or apparently,
I'm going to step away for a bit. Like,
apparently more crossover than a Magic the Gathering release, given all the stuff that Alt's been telling me about it.
Wizards of the Coast does enjoy to kind of flex the properties that it has under its belt. Not as egregiously as Disney does, but...
I miss House of Mouse. That was fun.
House of Mouse was when it was in its fun era, but now that Disney's acquiring stuff, they really love to be like, we own The Simpsons now, and we own Star Wars, and it's like, shut up. Shut up. I don't care.
Oh, that's cute. Just seen somebody who selling like fan merch, and
yes.
you know standees where they're like that's in an acrylic case, acrylic sleeve sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody's done one for Sonic where the one for it's a signpost that is placed in a stand where it can spin.
Spin. I get you.
Yeah, so just like finishing the stage. Love it.
Yeah, with the like the races with animalistic noses, I really love the little shifts they did to like the Hell's Guard with their sort of like bull-like noses as an option. They changed how the texture was aligned. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
With standees that spin, that makes me imagine a Sonic standee, except his legs spin like he's running.
That's cute.
I've updated my gear set. I've saved my glamour plate with the current gear set. I swear, if I go into a duty and it says my gear set was reset because it doesn't match.
Oh, the joys of struggling with that shit.
Okay, back. Let me.
All right, so Viper is in Ul'dah, and it's right near the Aetheryte.
Cool. We'll go there in a sec. I just entered the Mountain Zoo code, so I'm going to find the mail Moogle and see if it's been delivered yet.
It has been. I can see your mail on the...
Oh yeah, the icon's not there. Damn. All right. All right, to Ul'dah.
I can keep an eye on it, and if we see your mail arrive, we'll tell you.
Sweet.
I would say, doesn't it make a little noise and pop up on screen?
But
Does
yeah,
it?
But
I don't.
we're gonna get a Mountain Dew code. So what you need to do to get the Mountain Dew code is you need either 6 bottles of Mountain Dew or 3 bottles of like their special ridiculous flavors.
Baja Explosion Blast, whatever.
Yeah, whatever they're called. But yeah, you gotta look for the ones that say it's like it's only like the 20-ounce bottles that have like Xbox gaming rewards, whatever bullshit.
I made the mistake of buying 6 2-liters, which do not have codes.
Yeah, and now you have 12 liters of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, my housemate loves Mountain Dew, so I'm giving them to him.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, you need 6 bottles of those. You type in there's a Mountain Dew website where you type in the codes, and then the Mountain Zoo mount costs 6 because the mount it's like you get 100 points for each bottle cap, and the Mountain Zoo costs 600. So you need 6 bottles of Mountain Dew. They cost like $2 a piece, so $12, I guess.
And thanks again for helping me with that, given that I can't even look at the website. I just get a big warning saying, you are blocked.
Yeah.
Because, which anyone who's outside of America gets.
Yeah, so yeah. Laura specifically is the one who took point in this. Laura had to like make a whole other account.
I actually don't think I have to. I can just enter the things and get the code again.
I wouldn't risk that.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's entirely possible. It's possible, and in fact likely that it's 1 Mountain Zoo mount per account.
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough.
To prevent people from doing exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because otherwise there would just be a gray market of people selling them out to people.
Fair enough.
I understand that.
Hey, Di, you want to give us some money for it?
I'm sure there is still like a gray market for this stuff, but like they can at least make it a little harder on people by forcing you to get separate accounts for each Mountain Zoo mount that you get.
I can at least I can at least help pay back Laura in this regard by watching the.
It's like, do I have to go to the store to buy soda? It's like I guess. Like
I mean, like, because I can at least unfortunately I can't do it for Minda because Minda already has it. But there's a event coming up with watching Twitch streamers playing 14. I can at least do that to get the Chocopica for Law in return.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. Also, note.
Like yes, no. To answer Melena's question, it's like yes, it's you. You literally have to buy soda to get the thing. There's.
Also note that the promotion ends on the 14th. I think it's the 14th. So hurry up.
14th, yeah.
Yeah, I will be right back.
So is Loreweaver talking to Worried Weaver to pick up Viper?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh wow, you okay, Ty?
So, like I said, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I understand that it's because Danny lives in the UK, but I like to imagine that he committed some sort of crime against Dew.
Enter the Viper. Assisting this Weaver could be the beginning of a whole new adventure. You're an adventurer, yes? There's a spot of bother over at the Weavers Guild, and we could use a hand sorting it out. We received an order for a full ensemble, but now that the work's been completed, the client refuses to pay. Mind you, I had my suspicions from the start. He called himself a Viper, of all things. In my experience, people who name themselves after snakes are not to be trusted. I just got the letter with the Mountain Zoo in it, I think. In any case, he carries a pair of swords on his back, and I hate to think what would happen if he started wielding them in anger. Could you head to the guild and smooth things over? I haven't been to the Weavers Guild in...
Moogle, if you go to your left and just like go around the corner up the stairs, there's a delivery Moogle right there.
Sweet. It's literally been like 2 years since I went to the Weavers Guild last. Ah, there's the delivery Moogle. Thank you for playing Mountain Zoo. New mount for the rotation. I actually like the Mountain Zoo. I think it looks cool.
Yeah,
like,
I think it looks cool too.
You wouldn't expect a Mountain Dew themed mount to look good, but they actually made it like it's just the monster with the green highlights instead of whatever else it would have.
Yeah.
Why am I walking? Where the hell is the Weaver's Guild? I gotta get to a Aetherite.
Yeah.
To the Weaver's Guild. So-called Viper. Perplexed Weaver. Despite my best efforts to reason with him, he keeps going on and on about vipers or some such. What am I to do? So-called Viper, huh? You look incredibly generic, my dude. Good evening to you, stranger. I was hoping I might make the acquaintance of someone a bit rougher around the edges, someone who's seen her fair share of action. Could you tell me what prey is worth hunting in these here parts? Have you any idea what he's talking about? I took no issue with fulfilling his order, but now that it's time for him to pay, it's as though we're talking at cross purposes. You have no money, don't you? You thought you were going to get to pay by hunting down monsters, for pelts or whatever. Likewise, I don't understand why this fellow's being so difficult. All I'm asking for is the outfit I ordered in the name of some critters worth killing. You gotta pay, my man. Maybe I ought to explain from the beginning. I'm from Tural, a big old continent on the other side of the Salt, west of here. The Salt is a fun way to refer to the ocean. Some of the ship's crew called it the New World, but there ain't nothing new about it, no ma'am. There you'll find my village, home to the ancient art of the Viper. Our duty is to hunt ferocious beasts that endanger the lives of innocent folk. In fact, that's what brought me here. Thing is, all that fighting and long days on the road ain't been too kind to my gear. Reckon it was high time I got me a new get-up, bespoke and all. Fascinating, I'm sure, but why do you refuse to pay for your order? And why are you so insistent that I choose my prey? Because how else am I supposed to pay you? Do us a favor, and we'll hunt down any beast you want. That's the code, how we Vipers do business. I don't think beasts are much of this Lalafell's concern, my dude. Ooh, which of these do I want to say? It appears the Weaver's Guild doesn't need any fiends felled. That's so. So you're saying they want something else instead? Yeah, money. Do you not have money in Tural? Payment commensurate with the skill and materials required. In Gil, preferably. Is this guy's whole questline going to be earning enough money to pay for his clothes? That would be very funny. Well, didn't see that one coming. Guess that explains our little misunderstanding. But surely your countrymen trade in some sort of currency, yes? Or are you Vipers so far removed from society as to be unaware of such concepts? That was a little rude, but a little deserved. Of course we know what money is. We ain't no bumpkins. But when it comes to requisitioning goods and services, I usually rely on the elders to deal with artisans and the like. Which is to say, I ain't in the habit of carrying significant sums.
He's just an awkward bean. I kind of love him.
His design's a little dull, though.
Yeah.
As a character.
Yeah. We were saying that while you were gone. Is that he looks incredibly generic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Final Fantasy XIV has a problem with that, where a lot of the faces are very samey and generic.
Yeah.
It's like you are either a character or you are not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest issue with this guy is he just kind of looks like the Derplander, but not quite.
Yeah, kind of.
Like off-brand Derplander, like Dorplander?
Yeah, it doesn't help that the Derplander is like currently a Viper in all the Dawn Trail material.
The face character that I keep seeing in the Dawn Trail banner at login is Derplander, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
who looks very swashbuckly.
Yeah. With the Viper getup, yes.
I think his general name is Meteor Survivor, but yes, many people just call him Derplander.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the guy
Meteor
who
Survivor, or just the generic warrior of light.
Yeah. So be it. If your only form of payment is the slaying of beasts, that shall have to do. As it happens, one of my colleagues in Eastern Thanalan reports that merchants carrying our supplies were attacked by a wild fiend. What's more, the creature is a species of many-headed scalekin, never before seen in this region. It is rumored to have escaped from the Colosseum and has been running rampant ever since. Fun! A hydra. Scaly? A lot of heads? Alright, you got yourself a deal. Deal? Considering the guild has already fulfilled its end of the bargain, you should count yourself lucky. Still, I'd hate for anything to go awry at this juncture. Might I ask a favor of you, friend? I'd like you to accompany him and ensure that he attends to the creature as agreed. Besides, I dare say seeing a so-called Viper at work will be an enlightening experience. The name's Keshqua. That's not quite a mouthful, but it doesn't roll off the tongue. Pleasure to meet you. The creature was last seen near Camp Drybone, so I advise you begin there. Doesn't show up when it's raining, though, so good luck.
The name's Keshqua.
Oh my god, whose ass is this? Whose ass was that? Oh my god, it was the Lalafell's ass. Hey, this guy's in a Varvados cosplay.
Nice.
Okay, so to camp... What the hell is that? That is a little tiny sabotender? Stick thin, golden, with a flower on its head.
Oh yeah, I know where that's from.
Oh,
yeah. Red Treasure Dungeon minion.
Alright. To Camp Drybone. Keshqua. So this is Camp Drybone, huh? Fitting name. Anyway, you ready to hunt? It would have been very funny if you said that.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
He doesn't seem like one for sarcasm, but anyway, you ready to hunt? What's that look for? Oh, let me guess. You want to ask around first and see if anyone can point us in the right direction? No need. The Weaver's friend told me plenty. All we gotta do is track down the beast, which is a Viper's specialty. We can at least get a hint. God damn it. Seeing the game in high res is so weird. Oh, it's a paste, but with 3 heads. It went after traders carrying tailor's materials. Bolts of cloth and whatnot don't sound none too tasty to me, so I'm guessing it's the merchants themselves the beast had its eye on. Most predators use their sense of smell to pick out their meals. Scents carry on the wind, so you gotta consider the positions of the rocks and plants to determine how the air tends to flow through an area. Ain't too hard to deduce where a critter's made its lair after you've done all that. Oh my god, the graphics are so good now!
Yeah.
Look at my face! It's so good! Yep.
Someone's a happy bunny.
Yep, that's a big one. Mean looking too. Must be wreaking havoc on the food chain. Never mind the danger it poses to locals. Well, time to do what a Viper does best.
He's a mental murder.
Go into trance, apparently. Well, that was cool. That's that. So, you like the show? Don't play coy. I can see you're intrigued. But before I spill all my secrets, I got a question for you. Ever heard of a Tural Vidral? No? Oh my god, the graphics are so good now! Seeing Loreweaver in the desert
nice
light.
In the daylight, yeah.
Yeah,
Finally, someone to validate me hitting the screenshot button every time the camera looks at me.
There's also there's even down to the fact that there's more foliage around as well. They specifically made a program to add foliage to areas.
Yeah, well, that's cool too, but I was looking at my face and the lighting. But yeah, there's so much detail around it now that you're telling me that. Laura's like, nice fighting style you have there. It's mine now. I absorb the fighting styles of everyone I defeat in battle. My class is Black Mage times 12, Summoner times 3, Viper times 1.
Can you imagine if like our the adventurers that we play as like ended up in like a position of parliament and just like there's an immigration crisis and we're like, oh good, more jobstones.
Thought not. Well, they're a rare breed of beast that wields all kinds of powers they got no right having. A threat to every other living thing that has the temerity to breathe in their vicinity. Because of their long lifespans and unnatural abilities, they were dubbed the Tyrants of Tural. That's more or less what the name means. Anyway, someone's got to hunt the Tural Vidral, and that someone is us, the Vipers. The animations are so much better! Is that a Dawntrail thing or a graphical upgrade thing?
I mean, both.
A little bit.
Like, I mean, it's like it's.
Like, well, I guess my question is,
you do not need to purchase Dawntrail to get this, if that's what you're asking.
Well, no, I mean, like, did they go back and upgrade the animations of older cutscenes, or?
Yes, actually. In
Really?
small ways.
Huh.
Well,
so they're not as
it's not
stiff
so much
and
that
awkward
they
as they used to be?
What?
They're not as stiff and awkward as they used to be?
Most of them are as stiff and awkward, but like there are a couple of like canned animations that just look better with the new graphics.
Fair enough.
You know, just like as a fact of life.
Fair enough. You know, I've met a fair few adventurers during my time here, but I can tell you're a cut above the rest. Might even have what it takes to be a Viper.
Like, another thing I've noticed is that in Endwalker they introduced this animation that your character sometimes does where they like draw their weapon with a little extra flourish. And that is one that they like went back and added to MSQ cutscenes.
Cool.
So like you probably won't have even noticed it because as far as you're concerned, that's just always how it's looked.
If you're interested, I can teach you, on one condition. You'll help me hunt down a Tural Vidral that's made its way to Eorzea. What do you say?
Huh.
Hell of a thing to ask out of the blue, I know. Just think on it some, will you?
Does anyone know if they've done anything with Bard with this expansion specifically? Because I'm in a I did a Alliance Raid roulette, and there are 6 bads in this spread.
Huh.
Maybe everybody just really loves that stupid guitar bow that they get at level 100.
Stumbled across a roving band.
Let's head on back to Uldon. Tell the Weaver fella we're square. The journey will give you time to consider my offer. Well, I'm just going to teleport there, dude. It is a little annoying that my hairstyle means my face is almost always in shadow, but seeing it in the light like this with the new graphics is fantastic.
Yeah.
To the Weaver's Guild. I just gave our Weaver friend the good news, and he handed over this set of fancy duds, as promised. Gotta say, it was worth the trouble. Oh, okay. That's the fancy duds the guy is wearing in... The Darkblender's wearing in...
And all the promo stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new job gear.
They have new bun hair you can
Presumably,
get.
I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm assuming that's what we'll get at level 100.
Yeah.
Nice. Gotta say, it was worth the trouble. So, about my offer. You ready to become a Viper and protect folks from the nastiest beasts that ever lived? Do you wish to become a Viper? Yes. A mighty fine answer. I'll make a Viper of you, just see if I don't. First order of business. Let me give you this here soul crystal. It contains knowledge of our fighting arts, passed down since ancient times from one generation of Vipers to the next. Assuming you've got the knack for it, our skills can be yours too. I've also got a fresh set of Viper gear for you. The Weaver's Guild wanted to thank you for overseeing our hunt earlier, so they made you your very own outfit. Well, I'm glad you didn't give me your old clothes. Melina, why are you buck-ass naked? Okay.
Picking up a new job.
Yeah, that's always what happens when you get a new job.
True. Guess that fella took your measurements by eye or something. Well, hopefully it's roomy in the chest. Oh, and the blades are a couple of spares I had handy. Try it all on for size, and let me get a look at you while you're at it. Are you going to stare while I get naked?
Honestly, I'm just imagining at this point that the Warrior of Lights and Measurements are common knowledge. not because of, ooh, girl measurements reasons, but just because people make so much equipment for them.
and also remember that one cutscene where Tataru forcibly holds you down and takes your measurements? Maybe she spread the word.
Okay, Viper, Weathered Twin Fangs. Viper, recommended gear.
Unfortunately, my Alliance Raid roulette got me
oh right, I didn't actually open it.
So I got the level 50. All you've got is 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3 Viper set.
Yeah, that was a little painful yesterday when I got into an Alliance raid. Not as painful as getting into Crystal Tower, though. That was...
Oh yeah, tell them about the Crystal Tower bug.
I'm sure they all know, but for anyone...
Well, tell YouTube.
So yeah, for anyone, who isn't aware or is watching this in the future when news of this has,
oh yeah, rough gal.
descended into the annals of history, but,
Annals?
as of right now,
Annals?
there is a
Annals?
bug. What?
The annals!
It's annals! There's one fewer N in anal.
Okay. So anyway, for anyone watching this in the far future, in the far-flung future, there is currently a bug with Amon, where, as you know, usually it's a classic noob trap, where he puts up a bunch of ice blocks and then does a big AoE that kills you if you don't put up the ice blocks. well, the current bug is that it doesn't cast the ice block properly anymore, so there is no way to avoid the AoE, so you just die. We, in our group, we actually did attempt to cheese it by getting a whole bunch of people killed and then having them res, but not accept the and then having people res them, but then they don't accept the res. And then when he does the explosion, then people accept the res. So we had like a little strike team to like resurrect and kill him after everybody else died. But it still didn't quite work because like the handful of survivors just weren't able to bring him down after that. Probably because we had so many Vipers who only have 1, 2, 3 cooldown in the party.
It was doable by using raid food and pots.
Yeah, it's doable by using raid food and pots, but I do genuinely think the fact that we had so many Vipers in that party who like don't have damage at level 50, like that was probably a contributing factor to the problem.
I mean,
Amon, savage.
Anyway, we're gonna have to get to a target dummy again to explain all this shit. Before we even do that, Lore, I want you to open up the actions and traits menu. Go to your job actions. I want you to scroll down. And
Holy shit!
Yeah, I want you to appreciate how many unassignable buttons Vipers have.
Holy shit!
Because Viper is simultaneously very complicated, but also pretty simple. Because, like, it kind of plays itself in a weird way. A million things are happening when you go through your rotation, but really, practically, you're pretty much just, like, pressing buttons when they light up. Anyway, I'll explain more once you get to a target dummy.
Okay. What was I about to say?
I
look like something out of D&D right now.
Oh, yeah, this is a very D&D outfit.
Yeah,
Actually, let me show you my Viper glam, because... the level 80 Poetics gear is not something that I've always been a fan of, but it looks very good on Viper, and it has a very Bloodborne look.
Are you in Shirogane, or are you coming to me?
I'm sending it in text chat because I am on a different server.
I gotcha.
But the Amon bug was fixed about 2 hours ago.
Oh, the Amon bug was fixed about 2 hours ago. It's literally while we were streaming. That's kind of fun.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to all the inevitable art of a bunch of Pictomancers trying to beat Amon to death with hammers and failing.
Anyway, that's my Viper glam.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
That is just literally the gear.
Wow, yeah, you're right. The Lalafell eyes look a bit more menacing than they did before.
Mm-hmm. All right, anyway, to the target dummy.
To the target dummy! First, I'm going to read Viper Sight. Viper engages enemies mainly through the use of 3-step combos. Their primary combos begin with either Steel Fangs or Dread Fangs. The third step can end with one of several weapon skills, each of which grants an effect to strengthen a different combo-ending action. So this is Decision Trees the class.
It would be if you actually had to make decisions,
okay.
But the game kind of does it for you.
Okay. To reach these actions will require the use of specific combo routes. The glow of Viper Sight's blades correspond with the outlining of hotbar icons to indicate the next step in a combo. Following these indicators will help ensure the use of combos that finish with a strengthened attack. That was a much simpler description than other classes have given. Are we sure that's a gauge description? That was one paragraph.
Yeah, well, like the gauge doesn't actually do anything. The gauge is just kind of there so that you're not relying on...
It's a visual indicator.
It's a visual indicator. I guess it's kind of like... It's more engaging than looking at buttons, but looking at buttons is more helpful, so the gauge is kind of useless in my opinion. But...
These are very shiny swords. I'm going to look at these for a second, appreciate the new graphics on these swords.
Oh, yeah.
Look at these swords. Look at the detail on the swords. They're all scuffed up. Look at that.
Yeah.
They're all scuffed up. These would have been solid gray before the graphical update.
Very likely, yes.
That's impressive. Man, how much extra space did this take up on my PS5? Holy shit.
I don't remember. I mean, I think it was like a dozen gigs or so on my...
Yeah, I think it's about 10 gigs bigger.
Yeah.
Which is not a lot, really.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Like, they actually do, think about, data compression, unlike certain American developers.
Hey, listen, Baldur's Gate 3 earns every gigabyte.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 I'm not going to complain about, but I am going to complain about, Call of Duty.
Yeah, what the fuck,
Jedi
Activision
Survivor.
Blizzard.
The fact that there are football games out there that are so uncompressed that they are bigger than Baldur's Gate.
And they don't even look that good.
Anyway, so let's talk about your buttons.
Okay.
So your main two buttons are Dreadfang and Steelfang.
Okay.
And those are your two openers, and they're also like their whole 3-button combo all in one. You're going to want those two buttons right next to each other because you're going to be pressing both of them along.
Steelfang's on square, Dreadfang's on X.
Okay. And so when you open with Dreadfangs, it puts a debuff on the target called Noxious Gnash.
Uh-huh.
And you want that debuff to be on the target at all times. It works exactly like that one Reaper ability that you learned last week.
Uh-huh.
Noxic Gnash lasts. Whenever you use it, it adds 20 seconds to the debuff, and it caps out at 40. So basically, you want to open with Dreadfangs anytime you have less than 20 seconds up on the buff.
Okay.
On the debuff.
Should I open the fight with 2 Dreadfangs in a row?
No, because you have a different opener for that. Well, you will when you're doing level synced content, but we have a different opener that also puts Noxic Gnash
Noxious.
on the target. Noxious Gnash. Fucking, I hate these names.
Just like in Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah.
Gymnastic and knock.
Yeah, so, in fact, let's jump to that, because...
Okay, I want to apologize to you, Menda. That came out really condescending. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's like trying to say these things so many times in a row. Anyway, so, your actual opener, which also puts Nash on the... I'm just going to call it Nash, on the target, is called Dreadwinder.
Dreadwinder, okay.
And this opens up a 5-button combo. So you're going to it's Dreadwinder plus 4 more buttons that you're going to use all in a row. So it's like Dreadwinder, and then the other 4 buttons are Swift Skin's Coil, Hunter's Coil, Twin Blood, and Twin Fang.
In that order?
It's the order varies.
Swiftskins, Hunters, Twin Blood.
I would recommend putting those last 4 all together somewhere.
Way ahead of you.
Both coils and both twin attacks, and then Dreadwinder can be separated. Somewhere.
Yeah, I'm putting Steelfangs, Dreadfangs, and Dreadwinder on my R2 face buttons, which is my default set of use this a lot abilities. And then I've put the 4 things that chain off of Dreadwinder on L2 face buttons.
Yeah. So, the way this works is when you press Dreadwinder, it allows you to use the 2 coils. And then once you use one of the coils, that lets you use Twin Fang and Twin Blood. So the combo is basically Dreadwinder and then Swift Skin plus Twin Blood plus Twin Fang, Hunter Coil plus Twin Fang plus Twin Blood, and the UI will light up to indicate that's how you do that.
Sick. That was a lot of buttons, very fast and very high damage.
It's a lot of buttons, very fast and very high damage. Yes, it's very fun. Additionally, the 2 coils are positionals, so you'll use Swift Fang or Swift Skin from the rear and Hunter from the flank, from the side.
Okay.
So that's the other thing you will be doing when you do that, little 4-button combo. The The twin attacks are not positionals. It doesn't matter where you're standing when you use those.
Okay.
And Dreadwinder, as you'll notice, also puts Nash on the target, and you get 2 stacks of it. So that is your opener, is just Dreadwinder twice. Well, Dreadwinder plus the whole combo, Dreadwinder again plus the whole combo, and then you go into your normal Dread Fang, Steel Fang rotation.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's the whole class?
Well, that's single target.
Okay.
And, I'm sure there'll be more stuff later on the line, but, I don't, have any of that yet, and neither do you, because you're also level 80.
Okay, so Steel Maw is the
AoE combo works essentially the same way, just with a different set of attacks. Your AoE combo is starts with Hit of Dread, which is exactly like Dreadwinder, except AoEs.
Alright, well hang on. Let me set these up to mimic my single target layout.
Okay.
So I assume Steel Maw and Dread Maw are the same as Steel Fangs and Dread Fangs, but AoE?
Hang on, I missed that. What was the question?
Dread Maw is the... Question. Oh, okay. So I assume Steel Maw and Dread Maw are the AoE versions of the Steel Fangs and Dread Fangs ability?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm setting this up. And you said Pit of Dread is the AoE version of Dreadwinder?
Dreadwinder, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Swiftskin's Den and Hunter's Den are the AoE equivalents of
The coils.
the coils.
And Twin Fang and Twin Blood are both follow-ups to coils and dens.
Yeah, Twin Blood and Twin Fang are the follow-ups. I recommend just putting a second copy of Twin Fang and Twin Blood next to the 2 dens.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, in my case, I've got sort of like two combo lines that converge to where they both literally end right next to Twin Fang and Twin Blood.
Yeah, and this is the bit that reminds me of Dancer more than anything else, is the fact that the AoE rotation is almost identical to, is essentially identical to the single target rotation, right down to the fact that they share the same buttons for the finishing moves. The other button you'll want to put in there is Serpent's Tail. That's the finisher to your 1-2-3 combo.
Okay.
And that is the finisher to your 1-2-3 combo, both for single target and AoE.
Okay, so Steel Fangs, Dread Fangs, Serpent's Tail?
Yes.
Okay.
Melena's question. Start with Dreadwinder, then both the coils line. Press 1. Right. So, the way it works, Melena, is Swiftskin Coil lights up Twin Blood Bright, and then after you use Bite, you want to, or Twin Blood Bite, you want to use Twin Fang Bite, because that will light up afterwards. You basically just always want to, and then once you use both of the off cooldown abilities, or the off cooldown abilities, then you go back and do Hunter's Coil and do the same thing, except backwards. And it sounds more complicated when I try to explain it. You really do just press the buttons when they light up, is the easiest way to explain it.
Okay, I have put Writhing Snap and Slither on my press both L2 and R2 menu. Writhing Snap is like unmend, right?
Yeah, it's like Unmend. It's your ranged attack for when you don't have anything better to do.
Okay.
It actually looks kind of cool though. You throw both of your swords. It looks very funny.
That is cool.
And then Slither is your gap closer, which also looks very cool in my opinion. Check it out.
That is cool.
So yeah, your opener is Dreadwinder followed by that whole combo, Dreadwinder a second time followed by that whole combo, and then you will drop into your 1-2-3 combo, which either opens with Dreadfang if you need to apply the debuff, or Steel Fang if you don't. And then there are also positionals, and then once you do your 1-2-3 combo, then that unlocks Serpent's Tail, which is the finishing move.
Hang on, I accidentally messed up my hotbar.
Whoops.
You monster.
Okay, there we go.
Twin Fang was off to the side, so they didn't see it. Oh, there you go. And so yeah, that's how that works.
I like that the coil and twin combo is you use one of the coils, which has a longer cooldown, and then the twin abilities are instant. So you finish those, and just in time for you to use the other coil.
Yeah, it feels very good. And so that's how that opener works. And then most of the rest of the time, you'll just be hitting your 1-2-3 combo, which also lights up in a way that optimizes everything. And so you kind of just got to like pay attention to that to see whether you're pressing the Dread Fang button or the the Steel Fang button at any given stage.
Okay, so I should do the Dreadwinder combo as often as it's up?
Yes.
Okay.
For now, like, when we get into extremes, you'll be, like, saving stacks of Dreadwinder for, you know, first phases or whatever, but we're not there yet.
Okay. Oh, hey, now I'm in Dual Blade mode.
Yeah, Dreadwinder and Serpent's Tail are the dual wield, are the Darth Maul mode. Also, something kind of cute about the job is that if you normally, whenever you're just running around, you're carrying the dual swords, right? Like you just run around and carry dual swords. If the last action you take is a Serpent's Tail or a Dreadwinder or something that uses the double-bladed weapon setup, you'll just keep that and carry it around, and that'll be your new default until you do something to interrupt it.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the walking around with the double-bladed mode does not have any of the animations that you would expect. It does not have there's not a unique victory pose if you do it with the double-bladed sword. There's not a unique battle pose with the double-bladed sword, which is a little unfortunate.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I think they really should have added that because come on, be cool. Anyway, the last thing to mention is that the third button on your 1-2-3 combo is also a positional. I'm not even going to try to remember the names of them. Actually, no, I can't do that pretty simply. Because
hang on. Is it a different positional for each combo ender? Or is it just always the same positional no matter what stage 3 you're at?
It's always different.
That's going to be a pain in the ass to learn.
No, it's not, because there's an easy trick.
Okay.
If it has a green icon, it's a side positional. If it has a red icon, it is a rear positional. The three, and actually, like, the names of them also say it right there. There's the four different, it's four different attacks. Flank, Sting, Strike, Hein's, Bane's, Fang. Oh wait, no. Yeah, Flank, Sting, Strike, Flank, Bane, Fang, Hein, Bane, Fang, a Hunter's Bite. Is it? Hunter's Bite? No.
Cool.
No, Hein, Sting, Strike? I missed it.
Alright, well, I'm just going to pay attention to the name then.
Yeah, but the easier thing to do is the color, because it'll be easier to, like, look at the color instead of the name, I think. So yeah, red icon, rear, green icon, side.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much everything. Your AoE combo does not have positionals, obviously, because that would be asinine to ask for positionals on an AoE attack.
Yeah.
And then yeah, besides your single target, so yeah, you've got 8 buttons total for your single target rotation, 8 buttons total for your 8 nearly identical buttons for your AoE rotation, and then Writhing Snap is your always be casting button, and then Slither is your gap closer, and that's pretty much everything.
Nice. That's another simple class.
Yeah. And like I said, it is a bit more complicated because as you are going through your rotation, if you pay attention to your buffs, you will see that your rotation is applying various buffs and debuffs to yourself and your target. So there is more going on under the hood. The game just doesn't ask you to manually do it. Like if you had to go through these combo routes manually, this would probably be the most complicated melee job. But fortunately,
honestly, it would be very funny if the melee job I wanted was the melee black mage.
Milena, there is no idle pose. There is an idle pose if you have the 2 swords out. But if you have the double-bladed sword out, there is no idle pose. Which was the thing I was talking about a minute ago. And it is kind of lame that there is no idle pose for carrying the double-bladed sword. So yeah, that is everything there is to know about Viper at this level.
Sweet. Well, let's go do the quest then.
And yeah, it is visually very satisfying. Like you press a lot of buttons in a very rapid succession, and it's fun.
Yeah, I like it. This is a good idle pose. It's a shame that the dual blade one doesn't have one, because they could do the Zidane victory pose with it.
Yeah.
By the way, the /B stance is incredibly long. It's like they got 2 battle stances and put them one after another.
Oh, that puts me in a stance with the dual-bladed weapon. Yeah, that was kind of long, though. Okay, back to Ul'dah. And we'll do the Viper quest, and then probably call it a stream. Leave the guild. Alright, tutorial man. Tutorialize me. Not that I need it. Byaku Cub. There's... I guess there's a tiger monster in this game named after the same mythological creature that Byaku from Shin Megami Tensei is. Cool. Jeshqua wonders if you have what it takes to master the art of the Viper. Well, you sure look the part, but do you feel anything from the Soul Crystal? Huh, I knew it. Sounds like you got what it takes to be a Viper, but the only way to know for sure is to put them new skills to the test. For that, we'll need prey. From what I hear, you adventurers have got your own guild, so I'm guessing the folks there will know the best spots for hunting. Let's go see what they can tell us. To the Adventurers Guild. He can walk if he wants. I'm teleporting.
Walk if you want to. Leave your friends behind. If they don't pop, and if they don't pop, they don't come to mind.
Befuddled boy. I already said I don't know anything about beasties. Who are you, anyway? Come on, kid. You telling me you don't know any hunting spots? Why are you asking the child? Knowledgeable adventurer who's just standing there, leaning against this wall and watching Keshqua accost this kid. If you're after deadly predators, try Spineless Basin. Lately, there have been sightings of heretofore unknown species, those that slaughter anything that moves, including travelers. What's worse, they work in packs. Even the adventurers hired to cull them ended up meeting a sticky end. Keshqua, leave the kid alone. We've got a job. You got a lead already? Maybe there's something to this whole asking around thing after all.
Not the same sticky end from Paper Mario.
This guy frustrates me. Because it is the easiest thing in the world to ask around for directions or information. But he's the stereotype of the man who doesn't want help. And that stereotype frustrates me. Critters not from around these parts, you say? Either they got chased out of their usual habitat, or they were brung here. Either way, that's bad news for folks unfortunate enough to cross paths with them. The hunting of Turul Vidral is a Viper's most important duty, but that doesn't mean we turn a blind eye to lesser threats. Next stop, Spineless Basin. I don't know what that man was on about. Who'd want to go looking for monsters anyway? So, did he accost you because you're standing outside the Adventurers Guild? Did he assume you were part of the Adventurers Guild? What the heck? Okay, let's see. Spineless Basin, which is right outside, actually. Hey, this Chocobo's got a Yojimbo outfit. That's fun. Can you get that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Forgot where it's from, though.
This Chocobo's outfit is cool, too. What, Di?
I was just saying I know where it's from.
Is it spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay. These here adventurers ran into a whole gaggle of the fiends we're after. They got pretty roughed up, but I saw to their wounds already, don't you worry. Before we go say hello to the troublemakers, I reckon I ought to teach you about the Viper's dual blades. Our techniques were created for the sole purpose of killing Turul Vidral. Most of them are meaner varieties of things you might encounter in the wild, often with special powers to boot. To stand a chance against these powerful enemies, our ancestors looked to Vipers for inspiration, always twisting and turning to find the perfect angle of attack to take down bigger prey. Two blades for the twin fangs of a Viper, to wield in tandem and strike with precision. They can also be combined into a single weapon that weaves and sways like the body of a snake. By switching between these stances, the Viper has the capacity to adapt to any situation. Now, the prey we're after today ain't nowhere near as fearsome as a Turul Vidral, but they'll give you a chance to test out your new skills. Let me know when you're ready. I've learned all Viper actions. Alright, combat trial. The beasts we're chasing supposedly work in packs. My gut tells me there's a whole bunch of them over by that big old tree. Alright. Alright. Oh, that is a bunch. Okay. If there are any meaner beasties, they must be biding their time. All I see here is fodder. Though for practicing your new skills, they'll do fine. I'll stay out of your way and give you a few pointers. Easy, let me know when you're ready. I'm ready. Let's start with the basics. There are two stances, Dual Fang and Viper. Dual Fang means wielding your two blades separately. Start by using either Steel Fangs or Dread Fangs, then press the attack. To finish the sequence, switch back to Viper and hit him with Death Rattle. Change to the next action of the combo. Second and third attack of the combo, you will gain access to the Viper stance action, Death Rattle. If you have Serpent's Tail assigned to your hotbar, the Archon will automatically change to Death Rattle when it becomes available. These techniques are some of the most important tools in your kit. Say about attacking from Dual Fang stance. Okay. Time to practice your Dual Fang techniques. Start with an opener, follow up with a second, and pick one of the 4 finishers. Flank Sting Strike, Flank Spane Fang, Hind Sting Strike, or Hind Spane Fang. As you can tell by the names, each finisher works best from a certain position. But don't worry about that for now. Just give them all a try. Okay. Wild to be seeing level 80 enemies now.
Yeah. Part of me does want to see what... Like, if you manually had to do these combo routes correctly to, like, do max damage, I kind of want to see what that would feel like. It would probably be very complicated.
Stance. Oh, that's a big boy coming, I hear. Gorgeous now, almost like it was telling him to clear out. I reckon there's a big old bastard waiting in the wings. Now it's sent us tougher opposition. Oh boy. Lucky for you, I got just the thing for dealing with lummoxes like them. I'll tell you all about it when you're ready. Yes, tell me. Alright, now for Viper Stance, where you combine your two blades into one to deliver powerful strikes. Perfect for tough opponents. Open with Dreadwinder, then transition with either Twin Fang Bite or Twin Blood Bite from Dual Fang Stance. Viper Stance, Weapon Skill, Dreadwinder, can be followed by Edge Coil, Swift Surge Coil. Okay. Coil, Light, Fang Bite, Coil, Bite, Blood Bite. Okay, so the glowy, the stuff that rises up in the air that glows from the AoE is very annoying. Is there any way to shut that off and just go back to ground AoEs?
No idea.
The stuff that's glow. What's this?
So
Sorry,
when the enemies that I've been fighting today have an AoE, a ground AoE, the AoE area also has glowy particle effects above it that rise into the air, and it's very annoying. Like, if this guy's got AoEs, watch. Still, you got all the tools you need at your disposal. Show it what a Viper can do. Yeah, like this, see? See?
One moment,
Oh, I see what you mean.
Oh.
It's fine on the big ones, but on the smaller AoEs, it's incredibly annoying because it blocks my view of everything. Is that not happening for you guys? Is that console specific?
I haven't noticed it, but that doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
Oh, now who's got blindness crimes?
I think if you had your camera a little bit higher up, it would make it easier for it to obscure your stuff.
Oh, okay, right. It's zoom out more. Okay.
It's not just zoom out, it's also like the tilt of the camera. Because when you're close to the ground, your view is obscured more by the tilt. Like
now you've changed your camera angle. Now it does. Now this does look familiar, and like this does, and like.
Oh yeah, this looks like what? Yeah.
And this isn't something like, we're not trying to, of course, lecture you about zooming out. This is definitely, I can see that why that would be a problem.
Like when you were all zoomed in before, Di and I were both looking, it's like, oh, that does look annoying. I've never seen anything like that. Now you zoom out, it's like, oh yeah, this. Oh, yeah, I suppose they did change that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a setting to like make AoEs look simpler, but I don't know.
Yeah, if there's a setting that lets me turn AoEs back into the graphics they had pre-Dawn Trail, I would appreciate it. Like, if somebody can inform me of where that is.
We'll have to look.
I certainly don't know where to look.
Yeah. It'd be some kind of combat
half the time,
setting.
I don't know why.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Those were just the basics, but your execution was mighty impressive. Since you've proven you won't be a liability, let me tell you about the tour of withdrawal we're up against. We call it Ik Sok Zmajun. It's an offshoot of the Brox, a deadly jungle predator. And it's a Dargan. And after a series of mutations, this one's grown huge wings. Worse yet, it's smart as a whip, and has a mean streak a malm wide. After learning of the beast, me and my most promising student set off to slay it. A Hrothgar, native to Tural. Facing it head-on seemed like suicide, so we laid an ambush. Almost worked, too. Almost. We thought we had it subdued, and made our approach to deliver the killing blow, but we'd underestimated the fiend's cunning nature. When we got close, it lashed out, lightning quick, before taking to the skies. I cradled my brother in arms as he breathed his last. Revenge is all I've been able to think about ever since. I traveled the length and breadth of Tural looking for that beast, with nothing to show for it but a half-dozen pairs of ruined boots. With each passing day, I grew more and more desperate. That was until I met some folks who'd crossed the Salt on a trade ship from Ul'dah. They claimed they'd seen a huge winged creature flying eastwards over the ocean. Knowing how clever Ik Sok Zmajun is, I reckoned it had gone in search of new hunting grounds, somewhere without an established threat like us Vipers. So I bought passage on a ship, and here I am. Little did I know Eorzea would be damn near as big as Turol. I'm a fish out of water, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Or that I'm going to need all the help I can get. That's where you come in. With you on my side, I might just stand a chance of avenging my fallen comrade. What do you say? Thanks, that means a lot. Let's get back to Ul'dah and see if we can't find some clues as to Ixok Shmajun's whereabouts. Does anything in your language roll off the tongue?
Honestly, me and not have been going through like I need you to say these out loud. I don't mean to be insensitive, but I cannot pronounce all of these X's.
It tends to be sh, right? Like
Some of them have been.
Yeah.
So it's Shmajun, not Jmajun?
I'm not entirely certain. I'm just going from what I've heard from voice acting.
As you saw at the Weavers Guild, chatting up folks ain't my strong suit. If you're happy to take the lead, I'm happy to follow, at least for now. Think you could ask the locals if they've spotted any strange creatures flying around? As for me, I'll study your technique, see if I can't brush up my social graces and whatnot. Keshqua is now accompanying you. Conversation points. Just got reminded of those. Excuse me. Okay, let's see. Conversation points. Are there any around here? I don't see any.
It'll be easier to see on your minimap.
Oh, they're on the minimap. Okay, cool. A flying beast. Why, yes. Of late, we've had sightings of such a creature. More and more each day.
Look at the light, the street lights.
Oh my god, you're right!
Graphics.
After you're done talking to this guy, run around and watch your shadow under the street light. It's great.
Ooh. We're looking into it ourselves, but there have been no reported attacks, nor can I provide a more detailed description. As such, I can't say if it's the same one you're after. Oh my god, dynamic shadows!
Dynamic shadows, yes!
The abrupt ends to the street lamp radius is a bit unrealistic, but the dynamic shadows are cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a hell of an improvement.
Yeah, when I was on the ship here, I heard about this hunt your local companies seem to be running. We got a system like that back in Turol, too, mainly for dealing with the Turol Vidral. Naturally, the bulk of the work was handled by Vipers, but the scope's since been expanded to cover a wider range of threats. These days, pretty much anyone can take on jobs, and there's no shortage of them all over. If you're ever in Turol, maybe you want to give it a try? It's not that I'm averse to chewing the fat with folks, but getting useful information out of them sometimes feels like drawing blood from a stone. Half the battle is choosing the right person to ask, I reckon. I'll watch how you pick them, see if I can't do better when it's my turn. They call this the first graphical update. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I think they're just thinking, like, if this game lasts, like, another 8 years, it's going to need another one.
Can you imagine this game lasting for 25 years?
I mean how long? I mean, WoW's been going for. I think this is the 20-year anniversary for World of Warcraft, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or it's either this year or next year.
I guess it is.
Oh.
Damn.
For a moment, Minda, I thought you meant today, and I was going to be like, wow, okay. Happy birthday, WoW.
I won't wish WoW a happy birthday. Fuck WoW.
I mean,
it's
fair. To be fair to WoW,
it has a
Final
legacy.
Fantasy
It has a
is
legacy that's
emulating
worth.
WoW very heavily at the start, so
Yeah.
it owes a lot to it, honestly. Not to say WoW is really good or anything, but without WoW, we wouldn't have...
WoW has a legacy that is worth acknowledging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
St. Ferrum is correct. Final Fantasy XI is still around, and that's older than WoW.
That is older than WoW, yeah.
I'm astounded to see that it's only sold about 2 million copies in the entire runtime of the game. Who at Squenix has that as their pet game that is is enforcing that it stays alive?
I mean, it still makes money.
It cost a lot to keep alive.
Still makes money, still gets updates.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have posted into the Discord. What do you guys think of this glamour idea I'm having?
I think we should play the game before talking about glamours. I think we're like 20 minutes away from ending the stream, and we can talk about that later.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Oh, but also, like, on topic, like, so yeah, like, the guy, I don't think it's that he doesn't want to ask for help. I think he's just genuinely socially awkward.
Fair enough.
And, like, doesn't know how to people very well.
Whole lot of people here. We got cities of our own back in Tural, but this is something else. You know, to become a Viper, traditionally you've got to live in this remote village in the mountains, where you learn all you can about the habits of various beasts. Ain't much else to do out there, so anytime you get to yourself, you're expected to spend honing your skills. Well, that sounds boring. Once training's done, you're free to roam where you please. There ain't many Tural Vidral that need hunting, but they can spring up pretty much anywhere in Tural, so any say it's good to keep on the move. Me, though, I chose to stick around even after I finished my training. Gave me a chance to work on my swordsmanship. And instead of going out looking for work, folks came straight to us asking for help. That's how I got complacent, fell into the habit of letting my elders and students do all the talking and negotiating with outsiders. Even my passage here was arranged by an acquaintance.
So yeah, he just does not know how to people.
Yeah, fair enough. What? A winged creature? Well, I've only heard the rumors. They say it has a dozen faces, ringed with red, wriggling tentacles, and it shoots beams of light from its eyes. Of course, it's all too common for those with more money than sense to bring in bizarre species from distant lands. And the trouble with rumors is that they grow ever more fanciful with each retelling. Well, damned if I know how you did it, but you and your silver tongue got useful information out of folks. Even if none of it amounted to a solid lead, the knowledge that Ixok Shmajun hasn't kicked up a proper fuss yet is a clue all in itself. I reckon it's taking its time to get the lie of the land, having only just arrived here. Alright, now I've seen a master at work. I'm going to try my hand at talking to the locals. The best way is to learn by doing! Couldn't agree more. Besides, I faced meaner foes than a few tight-lipped city folk. And if I make a fool of myself, so what? I'll just ask someone else. And it just so happens I brought with me a whole bunch of herbs and knickknacks from back home that I can sell to keep myself fed. It might take a while to find any solid leads, but at least I can get by for the time being. You came with no currency, and...
I'll be right back.
Oh, who's this? So those are the ones who slew my pets, interlopers on the hunt for my next darling prize. Little do they know it's lost interest in Thanalan. Just as well, its fickle nature may yet bring us greater delights. I'll be doing my damnedest to get more information. Might take a while though, so come see me later. Don't forget to practice your Viper techniques. And that's the Viper introduction done.
Yeah.
I appreciate that this stream was 1/3 Pictomancer, 1/3 Viper, and 100% ooh, ah.
It's true.
Yeah. The game is now very pretty.
Game is very pretty. Very pretty. Man, the graphical update is so good. Look at that shit.
Look at my boobs. That was the camera angle I was seeing on.
Yeah, I'm busty. I'm busty.
I know.
Yep, I have a rack, all right.
Yep. I'm a Lalafell, so I do not.
I'm pretty sure my bosom is larger than your body.
Yeah. All right. So that's the stream.
That's the stream.
We had an entirely Dawn Trail centric stream on Dawn Trail opening weekend.
Dawn Trail opening weekend. It's perfect.
Without any Dawn Trail spoilers happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week, do we want to do MSQ or do we want to do relic weapons? Because I think it's kind of a one or the other kind of situation.
Oh, you think the relic weapons will take that long?
I do.
Okay.
I mean, Dai thinks they'll take more than a stream to do.
Oh.
I think we can. I think if we hustle, we can finish them.
Okay. Well, rather than do MSQ and then interrupt MSQ for relic weapons, why don't we do relic weapons?
Yeah.
And
then after we finish the relic weapons, we'll be able to just go hard on MSQ for pretty much until we hit Shadowbringers, probably.
Yeah.
But we will have to take 1 week to do the trial series, but that'll be a small detour.
Well, we're also going to do Hildebrand.
Oh yeah, and Hildebrand. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
But at least get a block of MSQ done, because it's been a while.
Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, yeah. Question remains: do we want to do MSQ for a while? I want to do relic weapons to just get those out of the way.
Yeah,
we've been
finish
working on those
weapons.
for 6 months.
Yeah, let's finish the relic weapons and then not touch relic weapons again for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So that's going to be the stream. Thank you for joining us today, Teddy.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't speak up too much, but I'm happy to be here.
It was nice to have you. You're always
Are you
welcome.
going to be around more now that Dawn Trail's back up?
Probably. I'll at least be invested in the game for a little while, so I'll be more present.
Nice.
Excellent. Well, we'll be welcome to have you here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, what was I about to say? Oh, yeah. So that's going to be the end of the stream. So I'll read my schedule and get off. Before I do, I would like to plug my Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/LoreweaverStreams. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video and can be found with the !Patreon command in Twitch chat. I make my living off of Patreon. It's my sole source of income. And I make enough to pay my rent and my bills, but I'm also just scraping by beyond that. And I'd really like some more stability, some savings for medical emergencies, for if I need to replace stuff, even just the ability to go get $10 takeout once in a while from the local Chinese place. And so if you could go to my Patreon and pledge $1 a month or $1 per stream or anything in between, pledge a bunch per stream if you really want to change my life, I'd be grateful. I'm grateful to everybody who pledges because you're the reason I have this strange, silly job that I love so much. If it weren't for you guys backing me and my ability to make content, I would never have stopped being a telemarketer or a burger flipper, or some other equally horrible, soul-sucking job. So, thank you. You guys are the reason I have this career, and I'm incredibly grateful. I'd also like to plug my YouTube channel, @Loreweaver on YouTube. The link can also be found with the !YT command in Twitch chat. I upload all my streams to YouTube. Everything from the last 8 years is up there. The whole Final Fantasy XIV playthrough is up there. There's a wide variety of games. I'm sure you'll find something you like. Go check it out. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. I'm sure you'll find something you'll like. If you're watching this on YouTube, I stream live on Twitch almost every day at 1 p.m. EST at twitch.tv/Loreweaver15. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video. Come hang out and chat. Come talk to me while I'm live. It's a good time chatting with viewers. I have a great time streaming, and I'd love to see you here. Finally, the schedule. We're finally at the end of June streams. I will not be streaming tomorrow. Monday and Tuesday I have blocked out for Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. I may only need Monday for that. We'll see. Wednesday I'll be playing Crosscode for a patron. Thursday and Friday I have Root Double Before Crime After Days for a patron. Next Saturday will of course be our weekly Final Fantasy XIV stream, where we will be doing relic weapons. So, that'll be it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.
Bye.
Have fun, stay safe, and be brave enough to be kind.